is here in the Northern Hemisphere, but Bellator MMA is still soaking up the rays at the beach. Long Beach, CA, where a heat wave of hard-hitting action is promised in the Circle of Truth, live from Long Beach Arena. We welcome you inside Bellator 286, headlined by the featherweight championship match. Patricio Pitbull Freire, the promotion's only four-time champion, begins his record third reign at 145 against Adam Borics, who is attempting to make history as the first Hungarian MMA world champion. Meanwhile, local favorite Mckee attempts to bounce back from his first L as he moves up to lightweight for the first time. AJ Mckee meets Spike Carlisle, who has reeled off 5 consecutive victories, all inside the distance. Aaron Pico's gone the distance just once in 13 pro fights. The featherweight phenom, who's accrued 6 straight wins, squares off against hard-nosed Jeremy Kennedy in a top 10 tussle with title implications. And the main card launches with a battle between former bantamweight champion Juan Archuleta and Enrique Barzola at a contract weight of 141 pounds. Alongside Big John McCarthy, I'm Mauro Ranallo. The prelims get popping with a 135-pound matchup pitting C.J. Hamilton against the unbeaten Richard Palencia. The next voice you hear belongs to Big John McCarthy with the tail of the tape.
Well, thank you so much, my friend. Look at 67-inch reach for Palencia, 72 for Hamilton. Both guys great grapplers, especially good submissions from Palencia. We're going to see what happens.
And now with the official introductions, we welcome Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Long Beach Arena for the start of Bellator 286. The prelims get underway now. We'll kick it off in the bantamweight division, set for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the blue corner first. At 5'6", weighing in 135.2 pounds. His professional record, 15 wins, 9 losses. He fights out of Hartwell, Georgia. CJ, the Autobot Hamilton. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner. At 5'7", weighing in 136 pounds even. In his Bellator debut, he enters undefeated at 10-0. He fights out of Phoenix, Arizona, presenting Richard Palencia. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Jonathan Romero.
We're waiting for paramedics. 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 Waiting on paramedics. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Richard Palencia making his Bellator MMA debut, 10-0 with 3 submissions. There you see C.J. Hamilton. He turns 36 in 6 days, looking for his first Bellator MMA win in 3 appearances. Palencia, Hamilton, getting set to do battle at 135 pounds. The semifinals of the Bantamweight World Grand Prix coming up Friday, December 9th on Showtime.
All right, here we go, gentlemen. Round 1. Fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? Fight!
So the unbeaten Palencia, red gloves, Hamilton, 0-2 in Bellator in the blue gloves, but coming off losses to Matthews Matos and Magomedov, who will face Patchy Mix in one of the 2 semifinals in the World Grand Prix tournament, December 9th, the Mohegan Sun. Rafael Stotts and Danny Sabatello meet in a grudge match in the other Final 4 matchup. The southpaw Hamilton and Palencia, each looking to parry the jab. There's a high kick by Hamilton, blocked by Palencia.
Palencia, you're going to find, likes to get the fight to the ground, but Hamilton's a very good wrestler, like I said before, and so he's going to be thinking about the defense, and he believes that he's better in the stand-up than Palencia.
Hamilton, nicknamed the Autobot, going to try to frustrate his opponent more than autocorrect, Mr. McCarthy, and I know we're all frustrated by that.
Well, the real question is when Palencia gets this fight to the ground, can Hamilton stop what this kid does as far as he moves from one position to the next very well, transitions from one submission attempt to another. So Hamilton's got to be very cautious as far as engaging when he does in the stand-up. Don't be off balance or put yourself out of position.
There you go.
A lot of feinting, a lot of resetting, and Hamilton with the first foray exploding forward, but Palencia stays out of range. 1.5 minutes gone in the first round. Palencia now fighting from the southpaw stance.
You saw that movement by Hamilton. As soon as Palencia just put his head down like a change of levels, you saw Hamilton was ready to start sprawling.
There's another high kick executed by Hamilton. And Palencia comes in, lead right hand left, closes the distance, and now they clinch, and Palencia with some space to deliver those knees.
This is the real question here, and it doesn't have to be that Palencia gets a takedown here. The CJ Hamilton wants to feel what he's like right here, and he wants to stop that takedown and put it in Palencia's mind that, hey, you're not going to get any takedowns against me.
Body lock employed by, well, momentarily employed by Hamilton. He delivers a knee just above the belt line. There's a knee from Palencia. As they jockey for position, they separate, and Palencia resets in the center of the cage, flashes the jab. Neither fighter, as we reach the midway point, able to really dictate terms, getting to know each other again. Palencia fighting for the first time in Bellator, and he trips and falls, moving forward as Hamilton escapes.
Nice footwork by Hamilton.
Hamilton told us his greatest strength is his creativity. A two-time National Wrestling Champion, the National Collegiate Wrestling Championships. Meanwhile, Palencia wrestled NCAA Division II at Grand Canyon University, but so far this has been a stand-up affair as Palencia catches the kick by Hamilton and backs him into the cage.
He's got his hands in place for a high crotch. The question is, can he elevate, get his hips up towards you? See, that's why you're seeing CJ Hamilton use that shield right there with his leg. That's to keep Palencia's hips from getting into his so he can elevate him.
Under 1.5 minutes to go.
Stop time!
Oh, and low blow, and Hamilton will get up to 5 minutes.
Take
to
your
recover.
time. When you get a second, go ahead and try to hop on your heels a little bit.
Wasn't sure that as he brought it up, you can see it does hit the groin area, but it's not like it was a heavy shot.
Right here.
You never know how bad someone's hurt.
Low blow there, you got to keep that up, right?
The fighter is the one that is in control of the time.
It was incidental.
CJ Hamilton can have up to 5 minutes that he can decide when he wants
to. Time in.
He's decided it's time.
Action resumes. Both of them feinting with the jab, pawing at the other. Lead left hand blocked by Hamilton, but Palencia able to sneak a right hand in, but good footwork, good lateral movement being utilized by CJ Hamilton. Looking to spoil the undefeated Richard Palencia's Bellator MMA debut. There's a side kick by Hamilton, digging into the body of Palencia. And Palencia again closes the distance, John. Throwing that right hand and able to take the back. Now Hamilton on Palencia.
CJ Hamilton did a beautiful duck under as Palencia tried to throw a big shot. Now with the back, we'll see what he does here. Does he want to take him down to the ground, or does he want to use just a bunch of grinding knees and elbows from this position?
The takedown by Hamilton. Palencia pops right back up to his feet. We are through one here at the Long Beach Arena.
Welcome to tonight here at Bellator 286. On social media tonight, Photographs and comments, let's make sure we're all in the exact same conversation. Hashtag everything. Hashtag Bellator 286.
On that creep step, on that outlaw, you saw it. You can run it on this guy.
Autographed by the legend himself.
So listen, this whole thing now,
He's
waiting for you to throw, and he's ducking under to try to just control the takedown. He doesn't really want to grapple either. He just wants to control pace. So when you're throwing, we need to throw low. Like we need to go to the body and throw uppercuts too. So show, bang, and then throw two more at the end. But just not high. Don't go.
He's going to throw down like the dog. He's ready for that. Lateral. We be the dog. Let's go.
Towel. Let's get this all up.
Hey, keep up with your head rate.
Thank you.
Set for round 2 of this bantamweight matchup
Here we go, round
between
2.
the undefeated Richard Palencia and
ready?
CJ Hamilton. Palencia fighting out of the MMA Lab and Lab Elite. You heard from his head trainers, John Crouch, and MMA vet Rob Emerson in his corner. And there's a nasty... Oh! Palencia hurt himself.
Calm, breathe.
After delivering that nasty inside calf kick, he buckled
Leg snap.
and collapsed to the canvas.
Well, his leg broke, no doubt about it. And he took the step back, the pressure of his own weight.
Breathe.
Finished that off.
Paramedics.
And that was shin on shin, but notice when he steps back, he has there it goes. He felt it right here, and it was shin on shin, so obviously it fractured at that point. You saw it buckle a little bit there, and as he took the last step on it, that's when it definitely came apart. Nasty.
And this fight comes to an immediate and dramatic conclusion as Richard Palencia, in a debut that he had been working his entire career for, John, comes in undefeated at 10-0, and just like that, he not only will lose his Bellator MMA debut, but will now be on the sideline with an injury.
Well, actually, and you look at this, most of the time when we see a leg break, it's because the kick was blocked or the targeting area was a little high and went into the knee where the femur is straight there, and there's not a lot of give. But look at CJ Hamilton blocked that well, and it was shin on shin. It was just that he kicked to the point where his leg couldn't take that torque.
Of course, you and I were together many years ago in Montreal. Jose Pelli, Landy Johns, Brian Gassaway, and similar situation. Anderson Silva, of course. There's been some high-profile kicks that have ended with broken bones.
Yeah, Anderson Silva, kicking Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman kicking. It's just like it can happen.
All right, let's go to Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the red corner unable to continue, the fight is officially waved off. 2 minutes, 12 seconds, round number 2. The winner by TKO, CJ, the Autopod Hamilton.
CJ Hamilton picks up his first official win in Bellator MMA. Not the circumstances I'm sure he would have wanted as he heads over to Richard Palencia, and Palencia will receive medical attention as he suffers his first loss after injuring his leg on that kick. Let's go to Amanda Guerra at the fight desk.
Moro, thank you. Right now, it is time for something special and near to our hearts here at Bellator. It is in our DNA to support our heroes, fighters, or active military and veterans. The work extends long after they lay down their gloves, long after missions are complete. Our partnership with NFL insider Jay Glazer and his organization, merging vets and players to make us proud to be in the fight business. This is what it means to be MVP.
I'm a former Marine Corps veteran, police officer, and collegiate athlete. I played in the NFL for a total of 8 years.
My unit was sent to rescue 7 POWs back in 2003.
As a kid, I always wanted to play football. I was able to live that dream and play in the NFL.
Served in the United States Army for 6 years, and you may or may not know me as a mixed martial arts champion.
We are MVP!
When I was in Iraq and Afghanistan, I was great at my job.
You think it's tough on the battlefield? It
was even harder coming home.
MVP brings combat veterans and former athletes together that have the same struggle.
Leaving the battlefield, the football field, it leaves behind a lot of physical scars, but more so emotional scars. You lose your team.
I miss my boys, and the moments and all the stupid shit we did. A couple years ago, I wasn't really looking forward to growing old. Quite often, we need love outside of our occupation.
I was missing the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the sisterhood that I had in the military.
Our job at MVP is to give you your team back. We start with 30-minute workouts. Just give these guys a burn again. Get them to be beholden to their brother or sister on their right or left again. But the magic is we have a huddle. We sit down on the mats and we talk it out. We talk about everything.
If you swallow your grief, you're going to make yourself sick. And I feel like this is a safe space for everybody to grieve.
Like, all of us have been dropped in the team, and it became our environment, it became our survival, it became our will to succeed. And it took finding MVP before I was able to accept my successes.
MVP gave me back that locker room and feeling again.
I wasn't afraid to cry in front of 40 guys in the room, but when I did, they all understood. MVP saved my life.
Straight up, MVP did save my life.
Everywhere I go, I preach about MVP. Instead of my family being worried now because of MVP and what it's allowed me to do, now I'm helping others.
We lose 22 vets a day to suicide. That is not okay. That number needs to be 0. They've had our back. It's time we get their back. Who's got my back? I got your back. Who's got my back? I got your back. Who's got my back? I got your back. 1, 2, 3. MVP.
And to help support our veterans and former elite athletes who may have a difficult time when the uniforms come off, it is easy. Just go to vetsandplayers.org for more information and to make a donation tonight. Welcome into Bellator 286 here inside the Long Beach Arena. I'm Amanda Guerra alongside two-time world champ Josh Thompson here. What a night we have ahead of us. Let's talk about the main event. We have the champ Patricio Pitbull putting his featherweight belt on the line against Adam Borics. Look, Patricio Pitbull's the best for a reason. Best pound-for-pound fighter in Bellator. Adam Borics, 18-1, and you were informing me over all of his combat sports, in all of his professional career, that one loss is the only one he has, and it came in a mistake. I mean, he can give Pitbull a run for his money tonight.
Oh, he definitely can give Pitbull a run for his money. He's got all the attributes. He's got the reach, the range, the height, the speed. He's got all those attributes to put it to Patricio Pitbull. It's a matter of whether he can put it all together in the moment under the bright lights. Now, that one mistake you're talking against was against Darian Caldwell, where he got taken down early and he made a mistake and turned his back a little bit too much when he was dry. Now, that's in all of his combat sports. He's got wins in boxing, he's got wins in kickboxing, and tons of wins in MMA. He is someone to be reckoned with no matter who you put him in front of, and he has proved that time and time again.
Talk to us about the champ. Where does he have the advantage in the cage tonight?
I don't want to say fight IQ because I think it's still too soon to say that, but just the overall experience. When people have counted Patricio out, he's come back and proven them wrong. And he's done
We've
that
seen that time and time again.
In his rematches. The only one person he's never vindicated himself against was against Joe Warren because he didn't get the opportunity and the chance. He's come back and beat every single person that's ever beaten him.
We were able to talk to Adam Borics this week, and you mentioned the height difference there. It is a 5-inch difference, so that is significant there. He's got these great flying knees, not sure if we'll see that. But he said, I have a very good game plan tonight. What do you think that is?
I couldn't tell you. That's why he has coaches and corners.
This is why we are paying you, Josh. This is why we are paying you.
I don't want to be up here speculating, but I can say this. He has all the tools to take this fight anywhere. He can stuff takedowns. He can take this fight to the ground as well if he wants. He can keep this on the feet. He is a stud. He can fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, and that's the talent he has. Look, he trains with a lot of top-level guys over at their gym called Kill Cliff. If he is there, there's killers in that room, and everyone says that they spar with him. He is one of the best fighters in the room.
Adam Borics, he's from Hungary. You see there, he said he wanted to become the first Hungarian MMA champion. If he wins tonight, that will in fact happen. He says so much of what he does is for his country. He has people flying in from Hungary tonight to watch him here. He says when he sees the Hungarian flag, it's going to pump him up. Behind the scenes, he said right before he comes out, he listens to Hungarian music, and he turns into a Hungarian warrior. So we'll see if we see that. Let's talk about the co-main event we have coming up tonight. AJ Mckee has a absolute ton on his shoulders tonight. He's coming off the first loss of his career. He's moving up in weight to lightweight. He's facing Spike Carlisle for the first time in this division, which is not easy, and he's doing it in front of a hometown crowd. He said after that loss, it messed with him mentally. Is he able to set aside all of that and perform tonight?
He chose to do all of this.
Okay.
That's my thing, is that, look, he understands what his capabilities are. He understands he's got the speed advantage. He's probably got the power advantage. He's got the athletic advantage. He is the better all the way around fighter. He is someone that can take this fight, and it can be done in 10 seconds as we've seen before, or he can take this thing to distance. He's just got to make sure that he shows his fight IQ, and I'm going to use that terminology a lot tonight because it's going to have to come through on AJ Mckee. This is a big step up, and not in competition. It's a step up in weight class where he's got someone that's going to be in his grill, really making him fight a dirty and a grimy fight. How can he handle that?
Does that weight slow him down at all, or does he use the power behind it?
You know, I believe that his athleticism will keep his back off the fence, but he's got to make sure he's not on his bike too much to where it makes himself tired. He's got the speed and the reach to get in and get out before Spike Carlisle gets to him. That's not the issue. It's just a matter of him being smart with it, not overdoing it, not thinking he's got Spike out of there and then continues to go for the finish and then doesn't get him out of there. That could end up being the downfall.
Fight IQ is a word we're going to use a lot tonight. Gritty, to talk about Spike Carlisle, is a word we're going to use throughout the night tonight. We have a lot more prelim action coming your way here at Bellator 286. We'll be right back after this. Hey, Bellator Nation, follow us across a large array of digital platforms and stay up to date on everything you need to know. Like us on the Bellator Facebook page and see exclusive videos. Follow us and get instant updates on Twitter at Bellator MMA and get a chance to have your tweet live on the broadcast. See amazing pictures on Instagram at Bellator MMA. Join Bellator Nation today. The new Bellator MMA app is here. New look, new features, new fights. Watch live weigh-ins and prelims. Share your fight picks. Earn points and badges as you rank up to the heavyweight division. And stay up to date on events, rankings, and news. For all the latest features, download the new Bellator MMA app. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
Let's get it on!
Two of Bellator's biggest stars co-headline the most stacked fight card of the year.
Time to let me off of my leash.
Patricio Pitbull makes his featherweight title defense versus lightning quick Adam Borics.
Push the button.
Plus, AJ Mckee moves to lightweight to face upset-minded Spike Carlisle. It's Pitbull versus Borics and Mckee versus Carlisle. Bellator MMA tonight, live on Showtime.
Welcome back to Long Beach, California. Bellator 286 going down, the home of AJ Mckee. We will see him later on the main card tonight. It is a stacked card for the main card. 4 fights, the featherweight belt on the line. Patricio Pitbull defending it against Adam Borics. But let's head inside the Long Beach Arena and continue our prelims. Let's send it back down to Morrow.
Thank you very much, Amanda, and we are set for action in the lightweight division. Lance Gibson Jr., undefeated at 6-0 with 3 knockouts and 1 submission win, taking on Dominic Clark, who is fishing for his first Bellator MMA victory in this, his 3rd appearance in the Bellator cage, as we go to the numbers.
Numbers simply say 27 years of age, a very young, good fighter in Lance Gibson against Dominic Clark, now at 37 years of age. We'll see if the veteran can get the win.
Let's go to Michael C. Williams.
Tonight here, Bellator 286, the prelims continue now as we go to the lightweight division, set for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the blue corner. At 5'10", weighing in 158.2 pounds, his professional record 15-12. He fights out of Los Angeles, California, Dominic Clark. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner. At 5'10", weighing in 155.4 pounds, the undefeated professional stands with 6 victories, no losses, from Port Moody, British Columbia, Canada, presenting Fearless Lance Gibson Jr. In charge, your referee, Mark Smith.
Lance Gibson Jr., second generation mixed martial artist. His father in his corner. Dominic Clark brings a lot more professional experience to the cage, and he is looking again for that ever-elusive first win here in Bellator MMA. And immediately, Clark explodes out of the corner and then times that takedown as Gibson was going for the kick, but Gibson immediately explodes back to his feet and turns the tables on Clark as they are jockeying for position, and Clark ends up in top position momentarily.
Nice job by Clark to stick with his hands being clasped behind the back of Lance Gibson. He didn't let that takedown go. Gibson got back to his feet, but he kept his hands clasped. That's why it's back on the ground right now.
Clark was a high school wrestler, won 2 state titles in Virginia, received a full ride scholarship to wrestle as Fresno State from 2003 to 2005. Gibson, he's been wrestling a long time as well, spent some time at Arizona State University, but then decided to go all in on a professional mixed martial arts career, and he's back up on his feet, but Clark takes him back down again.
Beautiful mat return by Dominic Clark. You saw that Lance Gibson worked his way to his feet. The one thing that you're seeing in the different position, he was from a half guard, he got into side control now he's back in guard with the butterfly hooks.
Clark played poker in the World Series of Poker event, and he has pushed all of his chips and going all in, knowing what a victory over a up-and-comer like Lance Gibson Jr. would do for his career, and of course get him off the schneid and off to a good start here. 1.5 minutes has elapsed in the opening round, and a right hand delivered from top position by Clark, but Gibson very active on his back.
Yeah, this has been a very fast start by Dominic Clark. I've never seen him start this fast, but he's in trouble right now.
Gibson, who's been working on his ground game, he's been honing his BJJ and wrestling skills, wanting to get more than the one submission. And the tap, there's the tap from Clark. So Lance Gibson Jr. proving to be as nasty as he wants to be off his back.
Look, Lance Gibson has been doing submission work with his dad forever. His dad was a very good submission fighter coming from the Matt Hume camp up at Pancration, and he's just good at the transition. You can take a look at what he does here.
And his stepmom, former Bellator featherweight champion Julia Budd. And John, you mentioned it, Lance Gibson told us, spent time working on his ground game and now gets his second submission after kicking off his career with a rear naked choke.
And that was a beautiful takedown. That was the second one. That was the mat return by Clark, but you saw the setup right here. Look at where that arm is at. He pushes his foot through the hole, and once it comes up and over the top, he now has that triangle in place, and it's a matter of the squeeze. It's all about the angle, is how tight that squeeze gets. Obviously, the squeeze was tight. That was a beautiful job of transitioning by Lance Gibson, not worrying about the position, just doing what he knows how to do and has been bred to do by a dad who's fought his whole life.
Yes, getting his first submission under the Bellator banner, his second submission as a pro, so delivering on those pre-fight words, saying, hey, I want to start getting more submissions. I want to continue to showcase all of my MMA skills, and he did that here tonight. Let's go to Michael C. Williams to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, it comes to an end. 1 minute, 49 seconds into round number 1. The tap comes by way of a triangle choke for the winner by submission. Still undefeated, fearless Lance Gibson Jr.
Lance Gibson Jr., 7-0 to begin his professional mixed martial arts career. We'll be back with more prelim action here at Bellator 286.
From the gym to the streets, Bellator fans head to BellatorShop.com and gear up in the same apparel the fighters wear.
Let's get it on!
Two of Bellator's biggest stars co-headline the most stacked fight card of the year.
Time to let me off with my leash.
Patricio Pitbull makes his featherweight title defense versus lightning quick Adam Borics.
Push the button.
Plus, AJ Mckee moves to lightweight to face upset-minded Spike Carlisle. It's Pitbull versus Borics and Mckee versus Carlisle. Bellator MMA tonight, live on Showtime.
So much drama in the LBC, and we are bringing you plenty of dramatic action inside the Bellator MMA cage from the Long Beach Arena. We continue with featherweight action. Weber Almeida, 6-1, all 6 victories via knockout. He takes on Ryan Lilly, returning to Bellator MMA, seeking his 2nd straight win under the Bellator banner.
This featherweight matchup, 70-inch reach compared to 68. Weber Almeida uses a karate-style stance, so that reach can be a big difference for him.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
We welcome those joining us live across the UK tonight on BBC iPlayer as we go here in Southern California now to the featherweight division, set for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the blue corner first. At 5'6", weighing in 144 pounds, his professional record, 11 wins, 8 losses out of Thousand Oaks, California, Ryan the Lion Lilly. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner. At 5'7", weighing in 144.6 pounds as a professional. 6 victories, 1 defeat from Cuiabá, Mato Grosso, Brazil. Presenting Weber, the silverback Almeida. And the referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Almeida, professional musician, delivering some sweet notes in the Bellator MMA cage, while Ryan the Lion Lilly, hey, 9 of his 11 wins have come in the opening round.
Ryan Lilly's very good at measuring distance on all of his opponents. When you watch him, he controls the distance very well. It's going to be, I want to see what he does with the style, the Machida-like style that Weber Almeida brings.
Almeida training with the Machida family at the Machida Academy. Shinzo is in his corner. Of course, Lyoto Machida, the face of the family. Lilly, of course, sat under the learning tree of, well, my first broadcast partner in MMA. My favorite broadcast partner, actually. Pride Fighting Championships boss Rutin, and had a chance to spend some time with Ryan Lilly early in his career. Has had to overcome so much, the loss of his parents at a young age, but MMA has proven to be his savior, and here he returns to Bellator, hoping to go 2-0 in the Bellator cage, as he looks to bounce back from a loss earlier this year and against Weber Almeida. He definitely has to mind his P's and Q's here against a guy who has, well, 6 wins, all of them due to his superlative striking.
He does have big power in his hands. At 145 pounds, he used to fight at 135. 145 still has big power. He has one-shot knockout power at this weight. That's something you don't see a lot of. But Ryan Lilly's been working out with guys like Juan Archuleta, who's fighting tonight, TJ Dillashaw, who has a championship fight coming up. So he's been working out with some of the best.
Archuleta will kick off the main card against Enrique Barzola. Both fighters coming off dubious firsts. Archuleta coming off his first knockout loss, and Barzola coming off his first loss via finish. Submitted for the first time against Magomedov. Of course, Archuleta faced Rafion Stotts, so Archuleta and Barzola look to get back on the winning track to kick off the main card for Bellator 286 at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on Showtime. 2 minutes gone here in the opening round, and very much a lot of feinting, a lot of trying to navigate that distance, trying to get the opponent to bite down on those feints.
Yeah, you can see both guys they're having a little bit of difficulty with the other as far as that distance. Ryan Lilly's been switching his stance quite often.
Right hand by Lilly on the counter, midway point of the opening round. Almeida continues to move forward ever so subtly, trying to feint, and there stabs out the jab. Now goes back to orthodox.
What Almeida's trying to do is he's taking the center of the cage and he's trying to bait Ryan Lilly into coming into him.
And there's that karate-centric stance employed by Almeida. There's a low kick to the outside of the lead leg of Almeida by Lilly. Under 2 minutes left here in the first.
Every time you see, just like that, every time you see Weber Almeida use one of those low kicks, you should be seeing Ryan Lilly give a counter. Don't just let that guy have that free kick. Counter it back with strikes as he did on that one.
Lilly comes in with a two-punch combination, minute and a half remaining in the opening round. Lilly switching stances, very fluid. And there's Almeida landing a shot. Almeida has had the edge in terms of strikes landed, but very much a matchup that here in the first round is just beginning to percolate, trying to collect all that data, John.
Yeah, and again, you can see where Almeida is sitting there and he's trying to give that, he wants to control that center and be where he's waiting on Ryan Lilly to throw the shot so he can counter.
Lead right hook delivered by Almeida upstairs. A very clean shot and a nice inside calf roll just below the belt.
One thing you want to see out of this, Ryan Lilly needs more volume, needs to get going just a little bit more. He's waiting, he's feigning, but he's not throwing.
Okay. You need more time? No, you're good? Just a little, yeah, take your time.
Well, he told us his greatest abilities to finish opponents in the first round, and well, he was...
You know, I'll tell you what, that looked like a pretty good clean kick to the inside of the thigh. It might have slipped up there a little bit and just touched that cup a little bit. But Ryan Lilly's back to business now.
And Almeida has dominated in the kicking department here in this opening round, and there's another chopping kick. That kick blocked by Almeida. Almeida goes for a high kick, knocking Lilly off balance.
That hurt Ryan Lilly.
Hey, can you hear me? Hey, look at me. So, you see he's waiting on you. You understand me? He's waiting. Every time you throw the head kick, he's afraid of it. But when we start waiting and waiting and waiting, that's when he has a chance to enter with those hands. Just keep those legs coming. Keep him high, keep his hands busy. He has nothing. You understand me? You keep his hands busy, legs up top, then you open up everything else.
He's a lot of leg kicks inside of that thigh. Those don't feel good. The outside of the leg, taking Ryan Lilly's balance away from him, and then he brings it up high. That touch, that's the one that hurt him. You can see it had an effect on Ryan Lilly.
A bit more volume, okay?
Almeida credited with landing 16 of 19 kicks. Lilly 3 for 3.
Second round, fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Straight.
Bell, round 2.
Ryan Lilly, in my opinion, really needs to up his output in this round. He's letting Weber Almeida control the center of the cage, control when the engagements happen. He's just waiting on him, and when Ryan Lilly finally doesn't do it, he comes in with his own, but Ryan needs to really get going here.
After round 1, Almeida credited with 20 of 30 strikes landed, and Lilly 7 of 10. And there again, Almeida going to the kicking department early, and that served him well in the first 5 minutes.
And it really served him well when he went after all those low kicks, a couple kicks to the body, and then he brought that one up high and then landed.
He's trying to get confidence with that. Counter.
Again, Almeida continues to land those calf kicks to the lead leg of Ryan Lilly. The best strike of that opening round, John, you saw it in the replay, that head kick to Lilly.
You can see the legs of Ryan Lilly. They're really starting to get red. They're starting to have marks all over him. And so he needs to figure out what it is that is going to stop him from absorbing those, start checking those with the shin. I know he's been taught that when he had, Boss Rutan as one of his coaches. So he's got to start checking those kicks a little bit.
Almeida told us he wanted to show more techniques, more kicks, more ground game. He's been training his jiu-jitsu a lot, but he's definitely been proficient in the kicking department, and he's kept Ryan Lilly from really taking off in this fight. And you mentioned it, there needs to be a drastic uptick in the offense from Lilly.
Right now, it appears to me it's like Ryan is looking for that perfect moment. That perfect moment doesn't come. You make it. And he's got to just start saying, I got to start going. Take a look at those kick stats right there. 4 of 4, 20 to 30. It's just an output difference. You got to be offensive in this sport. And I like what I'm seeing out of Ryan right now. He's coming forward. He's going after Weber, and this is what he needs to do. He just needs to start throwing some offense at him.
Midway point of the round and the fight, a cautious affair, a tactical affair with Weber Almeida providing the large chunk of this offense as he continues to attack the lead leg of Lilly, whether it be in orthodox or southpaw stances, John.
See all of that hand movement you're seeing, you see that up and down. It's all those feints in there, nothing coming, but then going just right back to what's been working for him the entire time. Weber takes a shot and hits that leg.
Like that, yes. He's giving it to you, Ryan. You're just not taking it. Go that straight. Go. Come on. Hop on.
And again, Almeida attacking the leg. Lilly trying to attack upstairs. They clinch. Almeida able to separate and then goes down the middle with that left hand.
That was the best punch of the fight for Ryan Lilly. He actually hit him with a good, clean shot.
And he just got hit with a shot.
It affected his right eye. He's having problems with his vision right now.
Like that mouth. He should go that straight.
Coming up on the final 60 seconds of the second stanza. Not a lot to talk about in terms of offense. Lilly getting a little desperate there, winging that overhand right, and then gets countered by Weber Almeida. Neither wanting to engage. Less than 30 seconds left here in the middle frame.
And ever since that exchange where you saw Ryan get hit, he felt that power, and he hasn't done anything offensive from that point. That's telling you that he was affected by it. He doesn't like the feel of it, so.
A spinning kick by Almeida, to the cage, but Lily goes for the takedown, but Almeida with a flashy spinning back kick to punctuate the round.
You go in there, you gotta fucking fight. He doesn't want to fight, right? He wants to outpoint you right now, and that's what he's doing. So get in there.
Right here, take a look. Nice kick to the lower leg. Again, upsets the balance, and you can see all the red marking on Brian Lilly. He then comes in, throws that right hand, misses the left, but eats that left hand, which affects the eye. He even looks over and says, oh, that bothered me. And from that point, all that offensive push that we were seeing him try to do, it ended. So that one shot had a big effect.
Together as we go now to the third and final round.
Here, okay? This is the time, all right? We're feeling out is over, all right? Sit back. Final round, buddy, you ready? You ready? Fight!
Final round, and the referee making it clear he'd like to see a lot more action as well. Weber, Almeida, the red gloves, and Ryan Lilly in the blue gloves. And Lilly needs to do something drastic here in the third round if he wants to get into this fight. Stats all in favor of Weber Almeida, and haven't taken a peek at your unofficial scorecard, but I believe that you have Almeida pitching a shutout thus far.
Right now I do. Brian Lilly's got to do something, in this fight to change just the momentum of it. And again, we've said it from the beginning, he needs to get busier with his offense. Here's your strike stats right now. Almeida 41 of 70. Ryan Lilly right now 10 of 23. Just not enough. Decent percentage, 43%. Just not enough output.
And Almeida's numbers aren't exactly blowing it away either, but he's being efficient.
But he's being more than double what we're seeing from Lilly, so it looks like something.
Exactly. And talk about then, I mean, the fact that here we are in the third round, John, and they're still both kind of in a standoff, each trying to feint, each trying to utilize some kind of mental warfare when they got to start throwing strikes and fighting.
Well, at a certain point, you got to just say, well, it's going to be an L in the column no matter what if you're Ryan Lilly. You're down 2 rounds, so I've got to go for it. I've got to do something here. You've got to just start creating those situations. If you're Almeida, you can sit there and say, hey, I can just keep doing what I've been doing. It's been successful. I'm winning these rounds. I think Ryan Lilly's the one that needs to step on the gas and start to show us that he wants that W.
Lead right hand by Lilly. Pot shot. 2 minutes gone in the third. Almeida going side to side with lateral movement, southpaw stance, then goes orthodox and just trying to avoid Ryan Lilly.
See, but right now Lilly's following. He's not cutting him off.
Wild exchange.
There you go. Let the dog go. Go get him. Punch your mouthpiece and go.
And Lilly goes for the takedown attempt, defended by Almeida, and it's Almeida now in the clinch.
And you could hear Ryan Lilly's corner saying, bite down on your mouthpiece and go. They want him to get after Weber Almeida.
Almeida's lone loss came against Johnny Soto at Bellator 258, a fight that went the distance, dropping a unanimous decision. We talk about the fact that 100% finishing rate, though, with those 6 wins via form of knockout, and no hurry to try to produce a knockout in this fight.
No, but right there, see, Ryan Lilly landed a clean right hand. He landed it. And then we haven't seen a shot there again. That was
nice. Right by Lilly and followed it up with the left. And Lilly with his best combination of this fight.
And you see the effect when he's offensive. Now Almeida is on his bike. He's running away.
In the clinch, and Lilly delivers a knee up the middle before Almeida Almeida backs away. Almeida darting in. Time is ticking. Just over a minute left in the fight. John, you've mentioned it many, many times. We've talked about it ad nauseum. Spinning back kick by Almeida. You want to leave everything in that cage. You have sacrificed for weeks, months, years to get to Bellator MMA, and you want to make sure you leave an impact.
If you walk out of that cage not exhausted from that moment, you had more that you could have done, and that's what we're going to see right here. Both guys didn't do enough. You're leaving it with the judges. Okay, don't be upset when it doesn't go your way.
The cat and mouse game being employed, and now Almeida, top position. Lily scrambling.
Nice job by Almeida. He fought that through. Now he's into the body lock.
This fight between Weber, Almeida, and Ryan Lilly goes the distance.
Remember, you're strong, you're smart, and you can do anything.
The only other time Almeida's gone the distance we talked about is only professional loss. I don't think that'll be the case tonight, Big John, as we go back to some of the action there in the final round.
You know, I thought Ryan Lilly did much more in this round. He put that at those times, and he landed clean shots like that left hand coming in. That caught Weber right on the eye socket. He had his moments, and that's what he should have been doing throughout the fight. He had a much better chance than being that guy that's waiting for what Almeida's doing. Sometimes you just got to have the fight and learn from it.
Yeah, but we didn't have to. Yeah, I know. We didn't have to. I tried finish. I know.
Interesting, Almeida telling us each fight is different, but this is a mental game. The one who wins has the strongest mind, and, you know, there was that mental pressure being put on in that fight in many ways. Who was going to lead the dance? Who was going to try to create openings? Let's go to Michael C. Williams with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go now to your three judges at cage side. Your first, Jackie Dinkins, scores at 29-28, seeing the fight for Lilly. Your second judge, Rafael Davis, scores at 29-28, scoring it for Almeida. Your third and final judge at cage side, Chris Leben, scores the fight 29-28 for the winner. By split decision, Weber, the silver pad, Almeida.
Split decision, really. And here I am. I mentioned it going, hey, the last time Almeida went the distance, he ended up losing. And I didn't think that there might be some foreshadowing in there because one judge thought he lost that fight, John. But in the end, Weber Almeida improves to 7-1 with a split decision setback that should have been unanimous against Ryan Lilly.
Absolutely, it should have been unanimous.
Let's go back to Amanda Guerra at the fight desk.
Moro, thank you. Great fight. There's a prelims roll along. Hello. Taking a look at the featherweight rankings here. One fight we have coming up tonight, Aaron Pico at number 3 going up against Jeremy Kennedy at number 7. Josh Thompson with me here on the fight desk. Josh, there are potential title implications in that fight. What does a win mean for each of those guys?
Well, for Aaron Pico, he should be next in line if he has a good performance, has a dominant win. I think if he just comes out and does what he does, there's a good chance he's getting a title shot next to the winner of tonight's main event. Jeremy Kennedy, I think he has another step ahead of him. There's other fighters maybe ahead of him. Look, I know that Aaron Pico is ranked number 3 there in that position, but I think that you have that position where he could potentially end up stepping ahead of him.
Let me ask you this. They both come from wrestling backgrounds. Is that what we see unfold tonight, or does one of them try to utilize something else to get the advantage here?
Yeah, you know, there's an old saying, there's levels to this game, and Aaron Pico is levels above Jeremy Kennedy in wrestling. So I think Jeremy Kennedy is going to have to mix it up and keep Aaron Pico guessing and putting him on his back foot, which I think will open up maybe a potential of trying to get a takedown. But it's going to be a very tough task.
Is this MMA math? Like you came up this week, he announced, he's like, I've come up with something, MMA math. I'm going to explain it to you. We'll talk about that in the main card. For now, Maura, we'll send it back down to you.
All right, thank you very much, Amanda. And we are getting set for action in the flyweight division. Undefeated Hawaiian Sumiko Inaba, with all 4 of her victories inside the distance, taking on Nadine Mondeo in a rematch from their amateur days, John, where Inaba recorded the victory. And Inaba, she's recorded a lot of scintillating victories just like that.
She's had some fantastic victories here in Bellator, and just showed right there she's got power because she put her out with a big shot. One. That was nice. Take a look here, 64-inch reach for Inaba, a beautiful 69.5 for Nadine Mondeo. She's got a big advantage. Let's see if she can use it.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight here in Long Beach, Bellator MMA continues in the prelims as we go now to the flyweight division, set for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the blue corner at 5'7", weighing in 125.8 pounds. Her professional record 2-5 by way of Belgium. She fights out of San Diego, California. Nadine Too Much Mondeo. And across the cage, her adversary out of the red corner at 5'4", weighing in 124.8 pounds. As a professional, she's undefeated and perfect at 4-0 with all 4 wins coming by way of finish. Please welcome from Maui, Hawaii, Sumiko Lady Samurai Inaba. In charge, your referee, Jonathan Romero.
Inaba hoping to follow in the footsteps of fellow Hawaiian Alimale McFarland and become a flyweight champion. Mondeo is looking to, well, avenge her lone loss as an amateur, which came to Inaba. So Nadine Mondeo in the blue gloves and Sumiko Inaba in the red. And a quick start to this flyweight contest. And Mondeo leads with the left hook and the right, and then Inaba comes back with a jab.
A little bit faster start than we had with our 2 men in the last fight. This is what I love. And you can see, look at that. One of the things that's very nice, the head movement of Inaba when she's coming in, because she has to come into range.
Well, she just got
that shorter reach.
Caught with a stiff jab from Mondeo.
So all of that head movement is very important for her during this fight because she's the one that's got to close the distance here.
And there, Mondeo lands a nice right hand.
Beautiful right.
Inaba with an oblique kick trying to keep Mondeo at bay, and Inaba using the jab to close the distance.
That was a beautiful left and right hand by Inaba. That left hand is catching Mondeo. She's got to be very careful. She keeps on dropping. You saw her throw the left, she dropped the right. You cannot do that. Basic mistakes.
Inaba changing levels, was thinking about the takedown, and Mondeo's straight up. Inaba utilizing lateral movement, and there's the Mondeo snatching the single. Well defended by Inaba. Mondeo able to momentarily take her off her feet, but Inaba now trying to defend.
But by taking her feet off the feet first time, she was able to collapse her hands around the legs. As Inaba got up, she brought her legs together.
Underhook by Inaba, and her corner employing her to pummel, and she turns the tables on Mondeo momentarily as they jockey for position along the cage.
Inaba in a very strong position with double underhooks here. She's able to control the upper body. She's the one right now in beautiful head position.
Now Mondeo again looks for that single.
That was a nice transition to look for that single leg by Mondeo, though.
Just past the midway point of the first round. They reset in the center of the cage, and there's the 1-2 in that right hand.
Oh! Beautiful step in elbow by Inaba. And that blasted her.
Exchanging low kicks. And again, Inaba with that combination, and she's hurt. And the strikes up top to secure the takedown on Mondeo.
You could see the reaction. She was hurt by that shot, Morrow. You hear the corner of Inaba saying, push. She has her hurt right now.
And there's a right hand by Inaba, now north-south. And there's a series of elbow strikes by Inaba. Mondeo trying to secure the takedown.
Right leg, right arm all the way through. Yes, yes, yes.
Inaba had her leg in the arm of Mondeo. That was causing her the problem. Mondeo was trying to bring those legs together. Now Inaba's back to an even position up top.
Knee to the body by Inaba. They separate. Inaba backs up, front kick by Mondeo, and then delivers a 1-2 upstairs. Less than a minute left in the opening round.
Inaba's starting to get a rhythm, though. She's got a feel for that range and timing of Mondeo.
Gotcha. Call down to 2 now. You're turning 2 off that. Hey, 2 right behind it. There you go.
You see that right hand coming out. It's coming out slow now. See how she just dropped it down. All of these things.
Oh, there's a kick that knocks Mondeo down, and Inaba looking for some ground and pound. Hammer fists. Less than 30 seconds left in the opening round. Vicious ground and pound from Inaba. Mondeo, though, looking for that arm. Nothing there with time running out here in the opening round.
But it's slowing down the attack, at least of Inaba, so she's got a hold of the arm. It's not quite extended.
Deep breath. Yeah. There we go. Deep breath. Control. That's beautiful.
Beautiful shots inside. The one thing when they were inside, Inaba, look at that step in elbow. Beautifully done again, coming across. When you are the fighter with a beautiful right hand, when you're the fighter with the short reach, that you get inside and you throw those elbows, that is a great technique by Inaba. Watch the front kick here. That caught her clean in the chest, knocking her down. Inaba having a very strong first round.
She's dipping her head off to the right-hand side, yeah.
Bell and round number 2. They threw similar amount of strikes. Sumiko Inaba just almost outlanding her opponent 2-1. And again, flashing that quick jab, doubles up on the jab, setting up the follow-up offense.
She's not only doubling up on that
Changes
jab, but
levels.
she's throwing multiples as far as combinations.
Secures the takedown.
Grab that shit. Watch that left arm.
Nice job of keeping her head and face behind her hips.
Inaba looking to put in that right hook now, just delivering some shots underneath the armpit of Mondeo.
Nice job of pummeling by Mondeo to get that underhook that got her out of there.
Front kick to the body by Inaba. Attempt by Mondeo out of range. She's got the longer reach, but it's Inaba who's been able to close the distance behind that jab and lands that nasty right cross.
Beautiful combination. Use the jab to set up the right hand.
Oh, and that front kick to the body again. Buckles the body, and now lining up Mondeo upstairs with those punches. But Mondeo is game as they get here.
Game, but you can only take so many before one of those puts you away. Mondeo's in real trouble in this round right now, Mom. Inaba's using that front kick like a jab.
Yeah, like a teep in more time. Again, utilizing the jab to close the distance, and there Mondeo comes back with a counter right, but Inaba still scoring.
Mondeo's chin, every time she starts to exit, it's coming up, and that's leaving an open opportunity for Inaba to touch it.
The push kick from Inaba. Inaba making sure she takes her head off center line, comes in with the jab to right, and Mondeo trying to fight back, delivering punches of her own. And you heard the corner. We are halfway there, halfway through the second round, and the fight takedown secured by Sumiko Inaba.
Sumiko needs to push that left leg through and so she can trap it. Getting into that half guard right now. It's caught in between.
Put your leg with your hand. One on that butterfly. Let's go. Step past that butterfly recovery. Step over. Step over. There you go. You're up. You're up.
Nice job by Mondeo to get her into guard.
Elbow that hand. Take your left leg back again. Hey. Recover. Let's get to it. Yes. All the way. Yes. Now start passing. Now start putting it. Now start putting it. Good recovery now.
Inaba back on her feet, trying to deliver some strikes from distance. Now omoplata attempt by Mondeo, but slips through, and now it's Inaba getting her back. And Inaba on Mondeo's back, but Mondeo smartly going to the cage, trying to use the cage to get back to her feet. And she does so, with Inaba looking to try to return her to the mat. Couple of right hands, another 4 right hands to the face underneath the armpit of Mondeo.
Inaba in a very good position. She has that left arm laced. Now she's lost it.
Under a minute left in the second round. Mondeo still looking for a submission, trying to pull this fight out. Now delivering hammer fists. Trying to get that triangle.
Got that triangle, but it's not in a great position. You see, you want that arm across, so Inaba should be able, if she holds on to what she has right now, Inaba's going to be able to survive it, but Inaba put herself into this triangle.
Yeah, Mondeo looking for her first submission win as a professional, looking for her first finish as a pro. And Inaba
doing a good job.
Facing some adversity earlier.
Adversity, no doubt about it.
She's doing a great job.
Yeah, stacking her up, putting the pressure. You want to extend the hip for that to work, just like you're seeing right there.
And Inaba escapes the submission attempt, and the round comes to an end.
Okay? So when we're passing, we really have to pass or we're getting back up. You're beating the shit out of her on the feet. Okay? You are beating the shit out of her on the feet. Okay?
In the stand-up, look at this jab. Clean. You saw her take her head off the center line, That allowed Inaba to not be hit by the jab. There's the front kick. That kick has been money for Sumiko Inaba throughout this fight. And then on the ground, some big shots. But at the end, that was a clean right hand. At the end, she got stuck in that triangle. That triangle was because she put herself in a bad position, trying to pass the guard, finally gets out of it right at the end.
Action-packed round between Inaba and Mondeo as we head to the third and a final round. Mondeo looking to avenge her only amateur loss to Sumiko Inaba. Inaba hoping to improve to 5-0 as a pro. Inaba works with her fiance, Sean Rush. She feels that coming into this fight, just the ability to mix all of the techniques of MMA would be to her advantage. And she's had plenty of success and yet also, again, able to escape that submission attempt by Mondeo in the final moments of the second round.
Stay on her, Nikki. Stay on her.
Mondeo's still fighting tough. She's been in this. She's no give up at all. She's eaten some big shots. But when she's had her opportunities, you know, she's come close to putting Sumiko in bad things. Take a look at the strike stacks. 81 of 128 for Inaba, 55 of 133 for Mondeo.
Speed, change angle. Speed right now. Let's coming in there. Give you ready. Beautiful. Go to your right. Go to your right.
Feinting by Inaba, again working behind the jab.
But she needs to go back to those, throwing the jab and then combinations off of it. That was very successful for her earlier in the fight. She landed some clean, hard shots.
Let's get a shot after that. Follow the inside leg, Jake. Come in. Follow the inside leg. Stay on it, Nadine. Hey.
Body kick by Mondeo, but does not follow up.
Let her know. Yep. Again,
Mondeo flashing the jab, but it's Inaba again who connects and overcoming the reach disadvantage as Mondeo snatches the single, looking for the takedown, but Inaba along the fence, doing a good job defending.
But that's a smart move by Mondeo. I believe she's done much better when she's been in either the clinch or the grappling situations than she has overall in the stand-up.
A lot of energy being expended here in the final round as they battle for position. Mondeo looking to take Inaba down. She has had whatever success in this fight with the ground game against Inaba. Again, looking for that submission at the end of round 2. And now, with just over 2 minutes left, Mondeo would like to take it back to the ground, but Inaba says, no, I'll turn the tables on you and take you back.
Mondeo tried to get those legs together. Inaba stepped through and over. That's what, now she has the back. Very nice move by Sumiko Inaba.
And a couple of right hands from Inaba, and there's an elbow to the side of Mondeo's head by Inaba.
You can see that Inaba has her left arm trapped behind her back. Now she's gotten it free.
Underhook by Mondeo, knee to the midsection of Inaba. Inaba using her left arm momentarily as a frame, and now at this range, Inaba trying to unload, but Mondeo fighting off the fence and delivers a knee. There's an elbow right across the jawline, the slicing right elbow by Inaba.
Beautifully thrown by Inaba. When they've gotten into this fighting in the phone booth range, clinch range, she's been outstanding with those elbows.
Knee by Mondeo, left hand, and Inaba steps back, resets.
Mondeo really showing a lot of heart. She's taking some hard shots. She keeps on going. And you can see that those shots have taken an effect as she's pushing her punches now. There's not a lot of snap on them, but she's still in there throwing hard.
Bloodied and battered, but still as valiant as ever. Final minute of the fight. Inaba, body kick just glanced off the elbow of Mondeo. There's Mondeo trying to keep Inaba from closing the distance. Mondeo coming forward, but now Inaba jumps in and then countered with the right hand. Oh, a sharp jab lands for Inaba. Her jab has been very effective, very quick, plenty of snap on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say she's so good with the jab. She's probably should have used it more.
There's an elbow. She's used her elbows a lot as Mondeo again tries to take the fight to the mat, but time is her biggest enemy. 15 seconds left in the fight.
Mondeo pulling her head out of there. That was a nice job. Unable to get Sumiko Inaba down to the ground.
A spirited effort by both flyweights. The undefeated Sumiko Inaba, Nadine Mondeo, and they go the 15 minutes and immediately show each other respect. But the rise of Sumiko Inaba continues to gain valuable experience as she goes the distance for the first time in her career, John.
You got to have those kind of fights. You got to know that I can go the full 3 rounds, because in the end you might go 5. But the elbows that she threw throughout this fight, when they got into clinch situations, look at that beautiful elbow thrown right on the jawline, coming up into a taller fighter. Not an easy thing to be accurate and good with. Beautiful jab. Her jab was money throughout this fight. And again, I think she should use it more. It's sharp, it's accurate, great tool.
Thank you so much for the support. Boy, that's for you guys. Thank you. Oh wait, I have promised my kids I would do this. It's a heart.
Nadine Mondeo turns 31 October 18, making her Bellator MMA debut, looking to avenge that loss, the only loss she suffered as an amateur against Sumiko Inaba. But Inaba continues to evolve as a fighter. Let's get the official decision from Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go now to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge, Marcel Varela, scores the fight 29-28. While judges Chris Crail and Derek Cleary both see it the same, 30-27. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated Sumiko, Lady Samurai Inaba.
Hawaii Sumiko Inaba makes it 2 in a row against Nadine Mondeo, and yes, improves now to 5-0, and definitely a fighter to watch in the flyweight division.
Absolutely. Inaba is really on the move. The tool she has, she can get up into those rankings.
Let's go to Amanda Guerra at the fight desk.
Moro, thank you so much. Incredible fight we've got there. Taking a look at our main card coming up tonight. The featherweight world championship, the best pound-for-pound fighter in Bellator, Patricio Pitbull, putting his belt on the line against Adam Borics. And in the co-main event, hometown guy AJ Mckee. Talk about excitement and pressure. Coming off the first loss of his career, he's moving up to lightweight, and he's going to try to do it all in front of his hometown crowd. But I want to talk about the first fight of the night, Juan Archuleta going up against Enrique Barzola. Josh, when you saw this fight card, you said, I wish that fight could be 5 rounds. And this one stands out to you maybe the most. Both of these guys in their last fight, they were winning. They both got caught, and you said this is going to be an all-out war. Why?
Yeah, both of these guys feature some of the best cardio in the game, hands down. And like I said, I wanted this to be a 5-round fight because they are 2 fighters that love to push the action. They are in your grill, and they get after you. They will take a shot to deliver a shot. They will wrestle you. They will strike with you. They will take this fight everywhere. Look for this fight to be everywhere in that cage, against the fence, on the ground. I gotta be honest with you, I'm really pumped for this fight.
Kicking off at 10 Eastern on Showtime. We'll see you then. For now, let's go back tomorrow.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. We are set for this middleweight matchup between Khalid Murtazaleev and Hachi Bestiev. And both of them, of course, looking to make waves at 185 pounds as we go to the tail of the tape.
72.5-inch for Murtazaleev, but 77.5 for Bestiev. That's a big reach advantage.
Here is Michael C. Williams.
Tonight here, Bellator 286, the prelims continue now with 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing the blue corner at 6'6" rather, at 185.2 pounds. His professional record, 11 wins, 4 losses. Presenting Hachi Bestiev. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner at 6 foot, weighing in 186 pounds even as a professional. 15 victories, 3 defeats. Introducing Khalid Murtazaleev. And the referee in charge, Blake Rice.
Khalid Murtazaleev at 15-3, 1-1 here in Bellator. Hachi Bestiev, he's 11-4, undefeated in Bellator at 1-0.
Ready? Ready? Fight!
Bell in round 1, and Bestiev coming off that unanimous decision victory over Ty Werder at Bellator 264. August of last year, while Murtazaleev trying to bounce back from a loss to Anthony Adams at Bellator 266. Last September, a fight that went the distance. And Murtazaleev admitted it. Yeah, he didn't perform well, and he's changed a lot in his training, and he hopes to show everyone what he has learned in this fight.
They both have different styles. Murtazaleev wants to get the fight to the ground, really likes being in the top position, while Bestiev very good using his length in the stand-up and will use kicks and use his range to keep you at bay.
And of course, you say that, and Murtazaleev with 15 wins, 13 knockouts, but you're right, taking him to the ground and that ground and pound. A minute gone here in the first frame.
Boy, he is
kicked by Murtazaleev. Yes, he is. Dining on the lead leg of Bestiev.
That was wrong.
Pattern beginning to develop here tonight in Long Beach.
That was nice that he came over and said,
okay, you ready now? You sure? Turn around, sir. Time in.
You can see right here, brings it up straight down the middle, but they're back.
Bestiev looking to utilize that reach advantage with the jab and with the middle kick, but another nasty kick downstairs by Murtazaleev. Body kick from Bestiev.
That body kick was actually the hardest thing that Bestiev has thrown, so that was a nice shot. But the power, you can see.
Yeah, the speed and the snap to those leg kicks by Murtazaleev. Chopping down the bigger Bestiev, or the taller Bestiev.
And Bestiev, you can see by him pressing, he's trying to figure out, how do I stop this, because this is not good for me. I've got to put pressure on him. If I back him up, is that going to stop these leg kicks?
Both utilizing oblique kicks, and again, the nasty body kick, that left kick to the liver of Bestiev by Murtazaleev. And Bestiev has to be careful, John, as he backs up. The chin is left up in the air as well.
Absolutely up, and it's way up high.
There's a nice spinning back kick right to the liver by Murtazaleev.
Nice body shot. This is the best that I've seen Murtazaleev look in the stand-up. Most of the time, he's using his stand-up to try to get into the clinch and he's not even looking to get to the clinch.
And he told us that we haven't even seen half of his abilities inside the cage.
Well, I'll tell you what, his ground and pound abilities are scary. He is devastating in the top position, but on the stand-up right now, he's looking fantastic.
Yeah, holds a TKO win over CB Dalloway in his lone UFC fight back in 2018, now calling Bellator MMA home with 90 seconds left here in the opening round, and off to a great start. Again, utilizing those crushing kicks as he delivers another liver kick to the body of Hachi Bestiev. Murtazaleev did train at Jackson Wink MMA, now at Universal Fighters Gym. And we speak of the cavalcade of kicks, John. Take a look. The advantage, Murtazaleev.
Look at that percentage, Mo. 95% at 19 of 20. I mean,
that's A. That's an A almost A plus.
That's called an A plus.
I think 100% plus. 45 seconds left here in the opening round, and Murtazaleev continues to come forward. Bestiev trying to keep him at bay with those low kicks, but again, it's that left kick to the liver by Murtazaleev, and those chopping low kicks that have really told the story of this fight. Is now Bestiev with that reach advantage, trying to utilize the reach, trying to use that telescopic jab, hoping to produce some stars from Murtazaleev, but that has not been the case.
He is trying. He's been using that oblique kick to the leg, trying to just keep the range where he wants it against Murtazaleev, but this is not working for him.
Another chopping calf kick by Murtazaleev.
Have a seat, have a seat. No, hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Hey, listen to me. Right? No, hey, listen. Right? We gotta stay busy, right? We gotta up the volume, right? When what he's trying to do, he's just trying to calf kick you so he can come right over the top, right? He's just trying to go right over the top. So I need you lifting that leg, right, checking, or I need you to crack a 2 right down the middle, all right? You can't just stand in front of him, right? He's standing right in front of you too, but he's getting off first, right? You gotta stay busy with your boxing. You gotta get busy with your jab.
As soon as you feign with the knee and you plant, throw the 2. He's stepping in right when you're doing it.
Hey, at 2.5, we're crashing. 2.5, we're crashing.
Danny Molina in Bestiev's corner wants him to become more active. Abdullah Gaydarbekov is the striking coach of Khalid Murtazaleev, and he had to be happy with his kicking in that opening 5 minutes as we begin round 2. And Bestiev immediately goes to the body with a couple of left kicks. Oh, he's knocked down with that right kick to the body by Murtazaleev. And Murtazaleev changes levels, shoots for the takedown, and secures it.
And this is the normal position that we see Murtazaleev in most of his fights, and he just wears on his opponents. That was a beautifully placed kick by him to put him down, and it's the kicks is the big difference in this guy as far as what I'm seeing, and he is utilizing those kicks so well and landing with power. Right now you're seeing Bestiev use that figure 4 as a defense. It's a horrible thing to do because you are keeping your opponent, who is now throwing elbows and punches on you, right in the middle of your body. He needs to open up, start to try to move the position, get his back up on that cage. To stay like this is saying, I'm going to accept being underneath you. Not a good idea.
"13 of Murtazaleev's 15 victories have come via form of knockout. For Bestiev, 10 of his 11 wins have come inside the distance, evenly distributed, 5 knockouts, 5 submissions, but he's going to have to try to reverse his position here, controlling the posture of Murtazaleev, but Murtazaleev still going to the body, and now posturing up and back into the closed guard as Bestiev figure 4, but from his back, like you say, John, not the position you want to be in like this in that sense.
Absolutely not, because there's no way for you to be offensive from that figure 4 position. You've got to open up your legs. You got to put them in a position of either getting your hooks inside or at least on the hips.
Murtazaleev able to continue battering away at the body. as he breaks the grip of Bestiev, trying to posture up and go ground and pound. Again, a right hand to the rib cage by Murtazaleev, smothering top position on Bestiev. There's an elbow to the face by Murtazaleev.
This is the normal style that we see out of Murtazaleev in all of his fights, and he just gets into a groove, and his opponents don't get away from him. He is very good at keeping this position.
Tenacious ground and pound from Murtazaleev. Goes into full mount now. And Murtazaleev posturing up, ground and pound, as Bestiev just trying to block these strikes. Nasty left hands being rained down on Bestiev. And it is over. Khalid Murtazaleev picks up his 14th knockout victory via vicious ground and pound. Improves to 16-3 overall, 2-1 in the Bellator MMA cage, and bounces back from that loss to Anthony Adams in impressive fashion.
Yeah, let's take a look. This is where it all started. Look at this high kick right on the leg as he brought his leg up so he was off balance. That's what put him down, and right into pressuring him and then into the takedown.
That was round 2.
Once he got the fight to the ground, beautiful elbows, great ground and pound, but you didn't see the type of guard that we need to see out of Bestiev. Bestiev allowed him to stay in these positions. Then once he got to that mount, he's just covering up, no defense. Beautiful win by Murtazaleev.
Let's make it official with Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, it comes to an end. 3 minutes, 2 seconds into round number 2. The winner by TKO, Khalid Murtazaleev.
Khalid Murtazaleev picks up an impressive win here tonight as he stops Hachi Bestiev via ground and pound. Let's go to Amanda Guerra.
Mauro, thank you. We want to mention our partners at Emerging Vets and Players have taken their message to support veterans and former athletes to the silver screen. Here's a look at their new film, MVP, directed by MVP co-founder Nate Boyer and executive producer Sylvester Stallone.
When you retire, it's not on your terms. It makes it just that much harder to let go. But Will the Drill, he is without a doubt a legendary journey.
What are we going to do to replace the game, Will?
Football has changed a lot since you were in your prime.
You go to the game this week?
Football isn't everything, right?
We lost 29 Marines on back-to-back deployments. You can't come home until you go home. I can't go home if I never had one.
Just want to thank you for what you did the other night.
Yeah.
You looked out for me.
Most of my post-traumatic stress is from lack of traumatic stress.
Man, I missed the locker room.
You own a gym. Why not make it a locker room?
That's all you got?
What if we had some of your dudes come down, get in there with some of my dudes?
Pay your asses. Help, get up. I got you.
I would never compare battlefields to ball fields, but the camaraderie, the pride, it's crazy how all that stuff matches up.
You're not at war anymore. You gotta move forward.
You're poking the bear. You're gonna get hurt. Come on, hit me.
You didn't die. So when are you gonna start living? I would give anything to just run out on that field one more time.
We can't lose. We're your team now.
If you're interested in hosting your own screening in your hometown to help spread the message or find other ways to support the cause, just go to vetsinplayers.org for more information.
We are set for lightweight action. It is J.J. Wilson against Vladimir Tokov, and there is the 26-year-old Tokov fighting out of Stadio Skol, Russia, member of Fedor team. Actually, Tokov brothers have fought together on 3 Bellator cards. And he is, well, 3-1 in the Bellator cage. And here comes J.J. Wilson coming off his first setback as a professional, losing to Gaji Rabadanov at Bellator 276 earlier this year in March. It went the distance, but J.J. Wilson at 25 says, yeah, he's found a home at lightweight, and he says that tonight is going to be the night that he shows everyone he's one of the greatest fighters in the world, and that his run to the lightweight title starts now. Let's go to the tail of the tape.
Tail of the tape for this lightweight matchup. Both of these are outstanding young fighters, 8-1 for each fighter, both young at 25 and 26 years of age. This is going to be a good one.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
Here at Long Beach Arena, the prelims now going to 3 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first the blue corner at 5'10", weighing in 154.6 pounds. His professional record, 8 wins, 1 defeat, presenting Vladimir Tokov. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner at 5'11", weighing in 156 pounds. As a professional, he too brings 8 victories with 1 defeat. Introducing JJ, the Maori Kid Wilson. And the referee in charge, Mark Smith.
Wilson 7-1 in the Bellator cage, 2 knockouts, 4 submissions. Tokov is 3-1 here in Bellator MMA, and we are set for action in the lightweight division.
Vladimir, ready? JJ, ready? Lights on.
The bell, and the first of a possible 3 rounds, contested at 155, and J.J. Wilson, center of the cage, feinting already, going to the kicking department early. And there's a counter, and it's Tokov catching the kick of Wilson, landing a couple of right hands, and then bull rushing him to the cage, John.
Very nice use of the takedown attempt by Tokov. Yeah, he landed the shot, but he went right into what he wanted to do. You could tell that he has planned to go to the ground with J.J. Wilson. Everyone looks at J.J. Very good jiu-jitsu practitioner, but Tokov being a guy with a sambo background, submissions are part of the game.
Yeah, and Wilson said his jiu-jitsu would be his biggest advantage here. Double wrist lock attempt as the rear waist lock employed by Tokov, and Tokov dragging Wilson back to the canvas.
Nice little game here, but right now you're seeing JJ get a little high on him. That's going to help JJ take that position. Very nicely
done here by Wilson. And Tokov, though, well defended. So nice scramble here in the opening minute and a half.
Beautiful technique by both. Beautiful knee by J.J. Wilson there, but what you just saw, both of these guys understand the ground, know what they can do. Tokov definitely showing that he wants to get this fight to the ground, but he wants to be in the top position, definitely not underneath.
And there.
Oh, it was beautiful. What a beautiful
Wilson.
step over.
Yep, and Wilson now going for the submission.
Fantastic move by J.J. Wilson, right into the triangle. He needs to extend it out. He has that arm. It's not a cross. Switching straight to the arm. That is back to the triangle. Beautiful transition, but no.
Nice escape by Tokov. So some great grappling here in the opening round, being appreciated by the crowd here at the Long Beach Arena. But boy, a dynamic attack from his back by J.J. Wilson.
Being appreciated by me, I'm telling you, that was some beautiful transitions there, but great job of defending by Tokov.
Wilson began training jiu-jitsu at 16 as a BJJ black belt, competed in big jiu-jitsu tournaments. He's always eager to keep learning again. Just 25 years of age, has had weight issues in the past, but now finding it home at 155, and again, always on the attack from his back, John.
Yeah, and he'd been at 145, and he had made it, made weight a couple times, but he was growing, and he's getting older. It was time for him to move up, and now he has accepted. Lightweight is my class, and I'm going to feel good here. Tokov
for the leg.
Tokov at least being able to put this fight where he wants. He wants to be in the top position on the ground, but JJ giving him a lot of trouble as far as he's stopping his offense and making him defend from the top.
Man, it was like a triangle choke heel hook combination there against Tokov earlier. And Wilson controlling Tokov's posture. Tokov pot shotting from the guard.
See, and this is what we're talking about. Just take a look at the leg action of J.J. Wilson. You see, he'll close it down, but then he'll open it up as soon as he wants to attack, because you can't attack with a closed guard. There's nothing there for you, but now he's trying to change that angle here. Great job by Tokov to get him back to a square position.
And Wilson again continues for the submission. Tokov pops his head out. Under a minute left here in the opening round.
But again, if you're taking a look, yes, Tokov has landed a couple of strikes, but overall, the danger he's been put in by J.J. Wilson on the ground, it should be J.J.'s winning this round.
Yeah, Tokov has just a slight edge in terms of total strikes landed, but you're right, it's Wilson off his back who's going on the attack and fishing for myriad submissions here in the opening round.
This is all about finishing the fight, and right now, J.J. Wilson has been putting him in position to hold the fight. Now
some hammer fist from Tokov as he creates some distance between he and Wilson. So some beautiful work on the ground, and with 10 seconds left here in the opening 5 minutes, J.J. Wilson and Vladimir Tokov just getting things started at Long Beach Arena.
Stop! Up!
This was when J.J. Wilson takes that Haragosh, gets that beautiful toss, takes the back. He had the arm, and he decided to switch. He could have stayed where he was at, but thought that he could get the submission by having the arm. Tokov fighting his way through this. He's in that triangle. Look at the bend on the arm right there, but it's not in the position where it needs to be as far as the elbows not being attacked. Right now, J.J. Wilson putting on a demonstration of what jiu-jitsu can do. Great first round by both men.
Stay behind line, move back. All right, guys, second round, fight's on.
The bell and round number 2, and immediately Wilson goes to the body with the kick and trying to put pressure on Tokov early. And Tokov ducks underneath the kick and immediately gets the takedown, but it's Wilson again looking for a limb as soon as he hits the ground.
JJ went a little bit too, over the board with that up kick. As far as that high kick, man, Tokov, again, you can see where he wants this fight to be, so JJ's going to have to figure out, look, I need to either start to look for my reversals here, look for the submission, or get myself back to the feet.
Wilson closing the guard, trying to maneuver.
Nice use.
Now high guard. There's escape momentarily by Tokov. Tokov in top position, but unable to get on track thanks to the work of J.J. Wilson.
And it's going to become more and more difficult for JJ to set those things up and get that type of triangle hold as they get more with the sweat coming in. He's going to get a lot slipperier.
Short strikes by Tokov as Wilson utilizing his hips. Controlling Tokov's posture. Trying to think 2 and 3 moves ahead.
Wilson was looking for the sweep there. You saw him reach under for the leg. But as soon as he does, Tokov is trapping that arm down and opening up with punches, which makes JJ take that arm back.
Man, and there Tokov momentarily neutralizing the right arm of Wilson, but Wilson very active off his back despite being neutralized for the most part by Tokov, but yet continues to utilize that flexibility, John, in trying to come up with a submission.
He has the ability right now to switch into this omoplata here. He's got to continue to turn that corner on that shoulder. Nice job of pulling out. See, that's when that sweat comes in. It's a lot easier just to muscle and pull out of it.
Referee imploring them to work. Wilson's corner wants him to create a scramble, try to get back to his feet. Easier said than done with Tokov on top. Might have been trying to set up a gogoplot attempt here. Wilson on his
right there. Yeah, there's a lot of things he can do right now. He's just controlling the posture of Tokov with that leg, holding his leg, keeping that, see that head down into his chest.
Short left hands being delivered by Tokov. Open guard of Wilson. Wilson trying to keep Tokov from creating the distance to really deliver some powerful strikes. And now Wilson again maneuvering his body here, trying to find some kind of a submission, John.
What he was trying to do is a neck crank on Tokov. Tokov has seen all of these different types of things. The real thing you're seeing right now is look at how much more offense Tokov has in this round as far as strikes than what you saw in the first round. He's starting to wear JJ down with this game plan.
Neither fighter has been finished in their respective careers. Minute and a half remaining here in the second round. And Wilson, who was working in San Diego, now training out of American Top Team in Coconut Creek. First fight training at ATT. Trained by King Mo.
Let's go, buddy.
Wilson's corner wants him to be more aggressive. It's Tokov being more aggressive now from top position. Minute left in the second.
Right now you see JJ extending those hips, trying to push Tokov back because it's tough for Tokov to bring those shots up, but he's doing it.
Oh, and there's some elbows from the bottom that connect for J.J. Wilson.
Let's go, guys. Both of you. Come on, let's work. I'm going to stand you up.
Boy, Mark Smith is asking a lot because these guys are both working hard. Tokov is working.
But you're the better you saying that than me, so I agree. 30 seconds left. And it really, you know, J.J. Wilson has been active from the moment he hits the canvas from his back, but unable to create the sweep or scramble. Then Tokov now just raining down lefts and rights, ground and pound, hoping that one finds the target, lands on the button. But Wilson now trying to sit up.
He was looking for that sweep. He had a hip high sweep he was looking for. Tokov nullified it.
Work to the bell. Stop.
If you take it down, just give it to her feet. You try home, man. He type of shit. He good shit. The shit is to feet. Come on.
Rick says they're gonna stand alone. Rick says if they don't work, he's gonna stand alone.
Hey, don't be turned up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're a Maori warrior. Let's go.
Bell, round 3 heading into this final frame. How do you have it on your unofficial scorecard, John, and why?
Unofficially right now, I have this as an even fight. I think both guys have to go after it in this round.
That's what Wilson's doing with a spinning back fist attempt and a kick.
Wilson won the first round, in my opinion. He came close to having the submissions. He didn't accept a lot of damage in it. Second round, Tokov took over with that ground and pound, and he's going right back to it here.
Catches the kick, but the scramble
nice
by Wilson, and Wilson ends up on his back again. And immediately, again, very active, looking for that Kimura grip. But it's Tokov putting his weight, the pressure on Wilson, but...
And that's a very difficult as far as it's a strength move for Wilson.
And
nice job of using it as a sweep.
Utilizing it as a sweep, and now has Tokov's back, and Wilson now looking for that rear naked choke.
It's a big moment right now for JJ. He has not had this position once.
An explosive attack by Wilson. Has the body triangle employed. And it's Tokov utilizing the, well, he's trying to answer the phone, the wing block there on Wilson, but Wilson is in prime position now, John, with just over 3.5 minutes left.
There's a lot of time left, but he's got a great position right now. You see that figure 4, you see that foot actually going up. Tokov needs to turn towards his right.
And now
to bury that foot into the mat.
Body triangle's been opened, and now that right arm trying to slip it underneath the chin, around the neck.
JJ Wilson using a choke maneuver that BJ Penn used to do a lot. Get that one and you have wrist control, and then you're going to slip your hand out and slide it right behind the neck of Tokov. We'll see if he can do it.
3 minutes left in the fight.
Tokov doing a good job. He's clamping down on that. When you have that glove on your hand, it makes it difficult to slide it through.
And now Wilson wanting to flatten Tokov in full mount. And Tokov with the reversal, the scramble, and Tokov back in top position. Incredible grappling on display in this fight.
Both guys knowing what they're doing on the ground. That's what we were talking about coming into this, and they are performing exactly like we were anticipating. JJ got the sweep one time. As I was saying, Tokov is not going to sit there that long. He's waiting for it to happen again. Nice move by Tokov. Wilson still in that position.
Wilson looking, well, again, the perspiration. Very slippery at this stage of the fight, but what a scramble. And what a display of their superlative grappling techniques here as they fight for dominant position. And it's Tokov back in the guard of JJ Wilson. 1:45 left.
Well, and you know, both guys really going for it in all this. You can tell, you know, they both know I need this round.
Let's go, bro. Jay, push his head down to your knees. Push his head down. Push his head down, Jay. Push his head down. Push his head down.
Under 1.5 minutes now left in the fight. Left hands from Tokov. Wilson trying desperately again to create the sweep or find a submission with just over a minute remaining in the fight.
Look at JJ using his leg to trap that arm. Beautiful job. It's up top. He's got the triangle. He's got to hold on to it. There you go. By grabbing the leg, that's going to keep Tokov closer to him.
Under 1 minute left.
And he's to squeeze it all together.
He's on Tokov.
Tokov being on the bottom is a bad thing.
The triangle choke. And Tokov desperately trying to alleviate the pressure.
Boy, he's doing everything he can. Unbelievable job by Tokov. He was almost out.
Incredible. And Tokov back in top position. What Wilson and Vladimir Tokov.
Tokov putting up with a ton of pressure. He was not breathing at that time, trust me, and that was tight for a while. Great attempt by J.J. Wilson. Unbelievable guts and heart to get through that by Tokov.
And now Tokov hearing the 10-second warning, trying to rain down punches. Wilson spinning back fist. Tokov with a takedown again at the bell. Wow. A grappling delight, and they exchange pleasantries, and it's only fitting that they do so on the ground, John.
It is. This is the kind of fight when you hear people say, I don't like grappling. You don't understand grappling. When it's done like these two went, unbelievable. Look at what happens here. JJ locks that up. Look at him trap the arm with the leg, and then sucks it in and goes right to the triangle. And that is tight when he has it. The big thing is Tokov's trying to back out. He takes the leg to keep that from happening. And when Tokov's butt hits the ground, trust me, that is tight. He is in trouble there. JJ rolls him over. It's super tight. Look at him trying to work his way through it. But he swings his body around. He's pushing on those legs. Big elbows by JJ, and Tokov comes out. You can see how he was right at that moment of possibly going out.
J.J. Wilson spent a large majority of this fight on his back, John.
He did.
Does that tend to bode well for his opponent?
Well, not
in terms of the scoring.
Normally, that would bode well for his opponent, but I'm telling you right now, I think J.J. Wilson won that fight. Rounds 1 and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go now to your three judges at cage side. Your first judge, Derek Cleary, 29-28. He sees the fight for Wilson. Your second judge, Rafael Davis, 29-28. He sees the fight for Tokov. Your third and final judge at cage side, Chris Crail, scores the fight 29-28. He has it for the winner by split decision, JJ, the American Wilson.
Look at you, Big John McCarthy. You called it, and, well, a split decision, much to the delight of King Mo. The celebration, his first fight with American top team. J.J. Wilson pulls out the split decision victory over a dejected Vladimir Tokov. Hey, we can all celebrate what was a great display of grappling. Let's go to Amanda Guerra at the fight desk.
Mauro, what a great night so far. Things are definitely heating up here inside the Long Beach Arena. I am on the fight desk along with Josh Thompson. Hello, Joshua. How's your night? We're going to leave it to JJ. Okay, let's talk about a second fight we have on our main card tonight. Aaron Pico going up against Jeremy Kennedy. Look, Aaron Pico, we hear this a lot from fighters saying, I'm in the best shape of my life. He really might be, though. Ran a half marathon. He's on a very strict conditioning program right now, and he's got the power.
Yeah, he possesses power in both hands. He's got a beautiful left hook. His boxing is on point. And every time he steps in that cage, I think we are going to see a different animal tonight in terms of not just putting his combinations together, but also utilizing that ground and pound. He will get this fight to the ground, and when he does, he talked about using his wrist roll from wrestling and just letting the hands go and doing work. And so I think Jeremy Kennedy's got his hands full tonight.
On the other side, Jeremy Kennedy, what does he need to do against a guy like Aaron Pico?
I really honestly believe he's got to try to make Aaron Pico uncomfortable. Now, I don't know how that looks, but I feel like the best way for it to start shaping up that way, he's got to get him on his back foot. He's got to make Pico fight from the backing up position, which Aaron Pico just never does because of his conditioning, because of his ability to press the action. So that is, I think, where he needs to go ahead and get this fight and get this win, is by putting Aaron Pico on that back foot.
That incredible fight coming up on our main card. We'll continue the prelims and send it back down tomorrow.
All right, Amanda, thank you so very much. We are set for lightweight action. It is going to be Islam Mammadov, 21-2-1, including a 1-1 record in Bellator against Nick Brown, who's 13-1 with a perfect 2-0 mark in the Bellator cage.
Both of these men outstanding grapplers here. 21-2, 13-1, looking good.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here Bellator 286 will go to 3 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing the blue corner at 5'11", weighing in 156 pounds. His professional record nearly perfect at 13-1, presenting Nick Nyquil Brown. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner at 6 foot, weighing in 155.2 pounds as a professional, 21 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Introducing Islam Mammadov. In charge, your referee Jason Herzog.
Number 7 ranked lightweight Islam Mammadov against Nick Brown, scheduled for 3 rounds at 155. They touch gloves, and now they'll try to touch each other up with their diverse offense. And in the center of the cage, some feinting early on from both fighters. Nick Brown trying to find an opening, flashes the jab a couple of times. There comes in, but Mammadov able to circle up.
Both these guys are big-time grappling backgrounds. Mammadov, outstanding wrestling, very controlling. Brown, great submission zone. We'll see if he wants to go to the ground with Mammadov.
Brown currently on a 6-fight winning streak, coming off a superb second-round TKO win over Mandel Nallo, who's known for his own creative offensive displays, but a big win for Brown. And again, lots of momentum coming into this fight, while Mammadov, he bounced back from that contentious loss to Benson Henderson here in Bellator, picking up a win under the Eagle FC banner, Khabib Nurmagomedov's promotion, defeating Zach Zane via rear naked choke in May of this year.
Mammadov very, very just controlled in everything he does. His stand-up is good, it's clean, but it's when he decides to take the fight to the ground that he shines.
Lightweight champion Patricky Pitbull will defend the title against the #1 contender, the unbeaten Usman Nurmagomedov, Friday, November 18 in Chicago. Also, Bellator President Scott Coker announcing a lightweight Grand Prix next year. So Mammadov ranked number 7. I know he would love a slot in that tournament. And Nick Brown, well, he would love to crash the top 10 rankings.
Both of these guys are going to be putting themselves in a position to be in that tournament with a win here tonight. Mammadov is a guy that everyone knows how good he is with his wrestling and his control, but Nick Brown does not get enough credit for being a guy that finishes fights. He finishes fights either through submissions or knockouts. So,
yeah, he's got 9 finishes out of his 13 wins, 3 knockouts, 6 submissions. An interesting approach to the stand-up here by Brown, trying to show different wrinkles, trying to disrupt Mammadov, who went in with a right hand.
He went in. It was actually a well-timed shot by Mammadov. He ends up, if he just been a little bit more accurate, that was a clean shot.
And he's going again with that 1-2. Mammadov.
He's starting to get the range and the timing on what Nick Brown is doing.
Brown goes for the jab. Mammadov looking to change levels, goes for the shot. Gets back to his feet, steps back, resets. Brown's corner, asking for angles. And there, the shot by Mammadov, looking for the single. And immediately Brown looking for the submission.
He's tying up that triangle.
And Mammadov pops his head out, and he's now in the open guard. Make that the close guard of Nick Brown. Mammadov known for smothering his opponents with top control, John.
Very difficult when he is in the top position. He had a great fight against Primus, where Primus tried to throw a lot of submissions on him. And look, Brent Primus is an outstanding jiu-jitsu practitioner.
And a former Bellator lightweight champion whom Mammadov defeated. Under a minute left here in the first round.
Nice clean elbow by Mammadov.
And it's Brown controlling Mammadov's posture. Right and a left from Mammadov. Under 30 left in the opening round. Mammadov from AKA and Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov Fight School, the late father of Habib Nurmagomedov.
Hey, listen, that overhand there, I need more movement. I need more movement from you, okay? You're standing in front of him, okay? Your throw punch is good. You're standing in front of him, though. When you got that...
You got a chance to win that autographed glove, autographed by the legend himself, Mr. Hoist Gracie.
That's the shot right there that ended up putting that nice little cut on Nick Brown's nose. Both swinging. And it was Mammadov who was able to finish it off. You saw it give that little bit of a wiggle. Nick Brown telling you, yep, I felt it.
Mammadov started wrestling at 7. Nick Brown, a BJJ black belt. He wrestled Division II. Also a professional boxer with a 2-0 record. And Brown coming forward, trying to find a way to take down Mammadov. Mammadov, though, in the center of the cage. Lots of feinting, then shoots out the jab. Brown goes fishing with the high kick.
More, you brought up the name of Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov. Isn't it amazing how many fighters that are doing so well in MMA?
What's in that water in Dagestan?
Yep.
No, you're right. His influence is very large. And of course, Habib Nurmagomedov, a legendary undefeated champion who has become a great coach in his own right, following in the footsteps of his dearly departed father.
Nick Brown in on this. Looking to try to get the takedown. Trying to drop down. See, goes to a single. Trying to bounce Mammadov off of the cage to see if he can use that as a springboard. Doesn't work. It's very difficult when you're up against the cage to get takedowns anymore. There's a lot of effort that goes into it, and your opponent has to make that mistake that gets you in that position. Guys know what they're doing.
And they break. Mammadov will try to get his striking on track, but Brown, lots of feints, disrupting the rhythm, lands that right. There's a counter right hand from Mammadov. Mammadov looking for a jumping knee. Low kick to the outside of the lead leg by Nick Brown. Looking to increase his winning streak to 7 and looking to upset the number 7 ranked Islam Mammadov. Exchange.
There's a nice right hand landed by Brown. Good uppercut. Clean uppercut by Mammadov.
Blood on the face of Brown. Brown with the jab. Right hand just misses for Mammadov. There's that 1-2 from Mammadov just outside of the range. Mammadov with a slight reach advantage, just a half an inch, but the blood from that cut on the forehead, or just on the top of the forehead there, Brown, and now it's Mammadov in top position, open guard of Brown.
You're taking a look, Mammadov doing a beautiful job of getting those double unders and sliding around on Nick Brown, pulling the leg out, gets the takedown. Look where he's at now, passing into half. Nick Brown having a lot of problems with the pressure of Mammadov.
Also having some problems with the blood loss. Crimson mask beginning to form on Nick Brown's face.
You can see what happened was that he was cut on that nose earlier from that punch, but then they clashed heads on that takedown in that transfer of trying to get lower.
Mammadov neutralizing the left arm of Brown, looking for that crucifix. You know, we kick off the month of October, Halloween month, and it's definitely a gory experience here for Nick Brown with a minute left in the second round, and again, that smothering top position by Mammadov.
When someone is as good as Mammadov is in controlling that position, very difficult to get him off. You move all over the place and he's just like Velcro, just stuck to you.
The half guard of Brown trying to, well, now Brown closes the guard.
Gets him back to guard. Nice move by Nick Brown.
Mammadov rendering Nick Brown a bloody mess here with 15 seconds left in the second. Left hand, right hand. Brown controlling posture. And these two lightweights are going to the third and final round.
Little walk with me. Got a little cut between the lock. Top of your bridge of your nose, hand on top of your head.
Here was the clash of heads. Watch as they come together. You see the changing of levels, but as Mammadov is coming into him, their heads clash. You can see right away as that cut opens up. Unintentional.
Take it, take it, take it. Hold on to that right there.
Let's go, Nick.
Hey man, you need this round. You have to. This is it.
Let's go. Out. Go. Thank you, sir.
Words of encouragement from Brown's corner, telling him he needs this round. Do you agree, Mr. McCarthy, on your unofficial scorecard?
I think he needs more than just this round. He needs to either finish him or have a really big round. Mammadov has been able to do well in the stand-up, land some clean strikes, but once the fight hits the ground, he's been dominant.
unorthodox approach by Brown, herky-jerky, trying to disrupt Mammadov. Mammadov not biting, standing in the center of the cage, waiting for Brown, looking for that counter.
Brown sometimes has a very awkward style.
He does.
Which you understand why Mammadov will start to, wait. It's like, what's he doing? But he's effective with it.
Brown needs to commit to an uptick in offense as we have arrived at the final frame of this fight. 3:45 left, in fact. And as Mammadov along the fence trying to deliver some knees, Mammadov delivers a knee strike of his own. Mammadov with the over-under. Now full body lock employed by Mammadov, looking to take Brown to the canvas.
And you're seeing just in the clinch position, Mauro, as you watch it, you can see the difference of just the skill level of this position itself. Mammadov just is a better clinch fighter. He's able to move Nick Brown where he wants, and he's much more dangerous in bringing the fight to the ground than Nick is.
2 minutes gone here in the final round. Knee right up the middle to the breadbasket by Mammadov.
And clean.
Yeah, and Brown changing levels, trying to find a way to secure the takedown. Wide base employed by Mammadov along the fence, defending well.
Nice job of switching his hips. You saw that Nick Brown was getting close to getting his hands together. That's when Mammadov switched those hips. You saw those hands come apart.
Mammadov has 10 submission wins, majority of them via armbar, 7 of them, but does have a guillotine choke on his resume. But here with 2:20 left, secures the takedown, but Brown, the momentum, looking to roll.
Nice attempt by Nick Brown to roll through that. Mammadov just rides him on top.
And when Mammadov's on top, it's usually a nightmare scenario for his opponent.
Not a good place for Nick right now.
Stacking Brown trying to find some hope. But it's Mammadov wanting to improve his position against the fence, though, and Brown moving with him.
Brown is in a position that is back up against that cage, but he just cannot get Mammadov off him in any way. And right now, Mammadov's sitting on that leg. Great position. Very heavy. Landing strikes when he wants.
So the cut, courtesy of an accidental clash of heads, but painting the mat here in Long Beach Arena red. Short hammer fist by Mammadov. Right hand by Mammadov. Content to just continue to smother Brown from top position. Final minute of the fight.
This is you can see the difference in those ground attacks from what we saw in the last fight compared to what we're seeing. A much more controlling type of ground game by Mammadov. That's his style.
Mammadov trying to open up with some light left hands as Brown trying to hip out, but danger giving up his back momentarily. Now on his back again. 45 seconds left. Short spurts of ground and pound from Islam Mammadov. Wants to grind out the victory here over Nick Brown, whose 6-fight winning streak is in peril.
That was a nice winning streak by Nick Brown. I think Mammadov just put an end to it.
let's get the official decision from Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go now to your scorecards, where all three judges, Rafael Davis, Marcel Varela, Mark Smith, all have it exactly the same at 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Islam Mamedov.
Islam Mamedov pitches a shutout and snaps that winning streak of Nick Brown as Mamedov improves to 22-2-1. 2-1 here in Bellator. He's ranked number 7, has designs on being a part of that $1 million lightweight World Grand Prix in 2023. Let's go to Amanda Guerra at the fight desk.
Moro, thank you so much. We are getting so excited for our main card coming up tonight at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific there on Showtime. We've talked to you all night about the main event. We want to highlight, though, the co-main event, the homecoming for AJ Mckee. Growing up in Long Beach, said it was his dream as a child to fight in the Long Beach arena. He has fought everywhere in the world, but here tonight, that becomes a dream come true for him. But fighting for the first time, Josh, at lightweight against a guy like Spike Carlisle. AJ said this fight isn't going to the judges. What do we see happen tonight?
That's a tough task because Spike Carlisle's never been finished, and so AJ's got to be patient. He's got to go out there and do what he does. Look, the attributes that AJ Mckee brings to the cage are unmatched. The speed, the power, all of those things. How does it translate, though, to the lightweight division? We're going to find out tonight. In his hometown, there's added pressure that he's bringing to that cage. How does he handle that? Not to mention having to stand across from someone who's never been finished.
And not just that, coming off his first loss of his career, and he said, look, that kind of messed with me mentally. I'm curious, going up to lightweight, both you and Big John have said this week, facing Spike Carlisle for the first time in that division, that's not easy at all.
No, just having somebody that you know will take a shot to give a shot, but then will still be there, so he's got to be very patient. Carlisle's going to just keep coming.
Can't wait to watch it happen. Mo, back down to you.
All right, thank you very much, guys. And we get set for bantamweight action. Bobby Cerronio III. He is undefeated as a pro. Both fights coming under the Bellator banner, and he welcomes Miguel Pimbert to the Bellator MMA cage. Let's go to the tail of the tape, Big John.
For this bantamweight contest, like the real thing is, Bobby Cerronio so good at 24 years of age. Miguel Pimbert, not a lot of experience coming in at 30.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
We thank all those that are still with us late night in the UK on BBC iPlayer as we go now here in Long Beach, California to 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing the blue corner at 5'9", weighing in 131.8 pounds. His professional record 1-1. He fights out of San Diego, California. Miguel Pimbert. And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner. At 5'7", weighing in 136 pounds as a professional. He's undefeated, 2 wins, no losses. Out of Vallejo, California, Bobby, the humble warrior, Cerronio. In charge, your referee, Mark Smith.
The humble warrior, Bobby Cerronio III, getting a nice round of applause. He's fighting out of Vallejo, California, here in LBC tonight. Coming off his first knockout win, while Miguel Pimbert comes to Bellator MMA, looking to bounce back from his first defeat.
Ready? Bobby, ready? Lights on.
Bantamweight set to go at it, and they do just that at the opening bell. Cerronio launching the first attack. Nice side kick from Cerronio.
Well placed by Bobby Cerronio. And one of the things you're going to see out of Pimbert is he does a lot of unusual activity in the cage. You're going to see weird changes of his stance. You're going to see his arms going in funky positions.
3-punch combination
to his style.
And the low kick from Cerronio. And as Pimbert comes in again, Cerronio lands the 1-2. Very similar to Nick Brown in many ways in terms of his approach to the stand-up Mr. Pimbert.
Yeah, the thing is, at 24 years of age, Bobby Soroño is a seasoned mixed martial artist. He's been doing this for a long time. He's just started his pro career, and he's very relaxed for a young fighter. It's something you don't see a lot.
Wrestled for Sacramento City College for 2 years. But a good start in the stand-up, and now has Pembert. They're in the clinch. Pembert fighting for position. Soroño backs him into the fence momentarily. Underhooks employed by Pembert.
Nice job by Pembert.
E from Soroño.
I really feel that Bobby in the wrestling area has an advantage in this.
And Soroño working for the takedown. Elevates Pembert. Pembert posts with that left arm.
Nice.
Remember what
himself there.
Mark Coleman, Mauricio, they fight in Pride. We saw what happened with that left arm. Thankfully, not the same here.
Exactly. And
that started a riot that night, by the way.
That can happen when you post and someone brings you down with enough force. You can get that dislocation.
Am I allowed to say Pride never die at least once a show?
Just once.
Under 3 minutes left here in the first round, and Soroño putting pressure on Pembert along the fence.
He's got his hands clasped together, and now he's going to go for a ride.
High amplitude takedown puts Pembert on his back into the close guard. And a tenacious start by Bobby Soroño.
Put the floor on his forehead, body head. He has nothing right there. Put him against the fence. He got a body lock, so he's not trying to reverse you. Put his head against the fence, move him to your right. There we go. Short elbows. Right, put him to the right.
Pembert just trying to control the position. Soroño taking his time right here.
Pembert said his greatest strength is that he's relentless while he's against someone who's just as relentless right now.
I was say, if it's your greatest strength, there's a lot of guys out there that are pretty relentless. So.
And Soroño told us, yeah, Pembert's tough, but I just really concentrate on my skills.
And you're looking at what Pembert's doing right here. He's going for what we would look at as a Americana, but it's not done in any way correctly. So it's like, yeah, you have a hold of his arm, but you're not going to be able to make that work as a submission.
A minute and a half left in the first round. Again, Soroño putting pressure on Pembert from top position. Open guard by Pembert, trying to find a way to use that fence to maybe create a sweep. But posture by Soroño.
Well, it is the one thing when you're looking at Pembert and you're looking at Soroño, look at the long limbs of Pembert, and it can create problems for someone when it comes to they can lock up submissions quick. So Soroño needs to be on his guard here.
Pembert 2 inches taller than Soroño, 5'9" to 5'7". Under a minute left here in the opening round. Ground and pound from Soroño before Pembert secures him and again controls his body positioning.
Soroño needs to keep those gloves off of the canvas. There's no reason to have your hand underneath. Go over the top, be in the top position. That allows you to be able to strike more. When it's trapped underneath, it can get caught. You can be put in a submission, and you can't use it.
Soroño staying heavy on Miguel Pembert. Pembert, like J.J. Wilson, trying to create something off his back. First 5 minutes in the books here in LBC.
There we go. Watch the back of the head. Target the ears.
Great. Keep doing the same thing. Sound like me. Water, water, water. Mouthpiece. There you go. Hey, keep on standing, right? When you enter, go ahead and hit him with that 1-2. Break him up. How's your energy right now? Right? If you want to hunt, you can hunt, but watch out when you enter that red zone, okay? You take him down. Let's be a little bit more active when you take him down. Immediately posture up, try to pass that, okay?
Got nothing for you. You just take off and tell us go. You can read his punches from a mile away, right?
All right, be good, right? Yeah. You see, only thing he's doing with jiu-jitsu. He's pulling to the left side. He's trying to, when he said, you hear me when he said his guard is closed? Posture up and go.
This one here, it's here. It's here. And pummel and stay here or pull. Okay? Let's go. Breathe.
Bobby Cerrone, trained by his dad, Bobby Cerrone Jr. Miguel Pembert, trained by Herman Tirado and Barrett Yoshida.
All right, gentlemen, second
a name
round.
who,
Fight on.
if you're a fan of submission grappling in the ADCC tournament, you'll recognize that name.
Early days.
And, well, we're early in this fight, John. After the opening 5 minutes, how do you have it on your unofficial scorecard?
I believe Bobby Cerrone took that round, took it easy, 10-9.
And he's looking to deliver with combinations upstairs. Pembert trying to use that awkward attack to try and be devil Cerrone. Cerrone changing levels, looking for the takedown. Pembert trying to use any line of defense, but he lands hard on the canvas again with Cerrone getting the takedown in the opening minute of the second round.
And what Cerrone needs to do from this position right now is control the position, make sure that the pressure's on. Don't let him get back to a full guard, and just slowly progress your position and start lighting him up. Clamp down on that leg. It's a great position for a wrestler.
When we asked,
see that lacing of that arm right there? He's closing in, holding that right arm with his right arm so he can open up with his left hand, but that's what Pembert is doing, trying to control that wrist.
When we asked Miguel Pembert what his advantages were over his opponent, he gave an answer I've never heard before. Me. I'm the biggest advantage over my opponent, meaning himself, and well, why not? You have to have confidence. It's all about strong self-belief, but in the end, it really does come down to the best strategy, John, and right now, Cerrone's strategy seems to be giving him the advantage here on Pembert in the second round. Pembert very active again, trying to secure that arm.
What Pembert's trying to do is get that right arm free. He's unable to do so. You see Bobby Cerrone controlling it. Now Cerrone in the back.
Pembert letting his corner know, hey, everything's okay. Even though he's got my back, which usually means things aren't the greatest. But Pembert works his way back to his feet, tries to hook, grapevines that leg to try to stop the takedown.
That was a nice job by Pembert to stop it.
And, well,
to a high crotch.
Yep, and Pembert still on the ground. Cerrone try to work from the back. Would behoove him to try to get those hooks in. Moves now to the left of Pembert's body. Just past midway point of the round and the fight.
Cerrone has done a great job with the wrist control and lacing that arm, keeping Pembert from having the ability to use his arms to get himself back to his feet.
Yep. Come all the way through. Oh, yeah, there we go. Doctor on that part. There we go.
Again, Cerrone coming off his first knockout victory, a second round knockout of Khalid Ramirez in April.
Beautiful. Nice mat return by Cerrone there. When you work really hard like Pembert did, he gets back to his feet, and then you return.
That much more demoralizing.
It's incredibly demoralizing.
Breathe. There we go. Breathe. He's trying to move to the right, right? He's trying to climb. Shrug and give me some elbows. Shrug, give me an elbow. He's just staying there, punching the body. Yeah.
There's a right hand from Cerrone.
Again, press that guard.
Elbows from the bottom to the
Watch out for the right side.
trapezius area of Cerrone by Pembert. Just over a minute left in the round.
Right. He's collecting. Watch out for the right side. There we go. Nice. Heavy on that hip. Right.
Pembert squeezing very hard, trying to keep Cerrone's posture broken down.
There we go. Nice. Thank you.
But the more he squeezes, the more energy he uses.
Yes, it is.
Let's go. Under a minute. 40 seconds left. Watch out for the elbow. Yes. Thank you.
Elbow as Cerrone listens to his father. They say father knows best.
Control your breathing.
And right now, I think you're right. I think he does.
So Soronio's wrestling and heavy on top, proving to be a successful formula against Miguel Pembert, as we are seconds away from going to the third and final round of this matchup of bantamweights.
All right, you can pick them apart on the outside. You have energy to fight them on the outside, right? Fight them on the outside, pick them apart, trap hog them. Once you get in, go ahead and take them down. If you see when the red zone is over swinging, go ahead and make them pay for that. But other than that, we can continue to do the same goddamn thing. But we want, if that head is coming, you can go for the left, the uppercut, and the left one, right? But you know what to do when you're you just control that distance.
Yes, they're getting under you.
Right stance.
I want some more defense going here. Look, in the here, the knee to the body is there. Punch his face a little. He'll stop going for the takedown. Let's go. Come on.
Bobby Soronio supporters in attendance here at Long Beach Arena, letting him know how they feel about his performance thus far. Happy with everything as we begin the third and final round. They touch gloves, and Miguel Pembert has to find a way to try to, well, stay off his back, defend those takedowns, and bring more offense to Bobby Soronio. But it's Soronio again dictating the terms in terms of the offense moving forward.
In watching Pembert many times, I'll look at he almost tries to mimic some of the movements of a Dominic Cruz. Just not quite as smooth with it.
And Soronio going back to what has been his bread and butter in this fight, the takedown, but Pembert able to defend thus far, dropping some elbows. And Soronio able to put Pembert on his back again. Opening minute of the third round, Soronio 5 of 7 in the takedown departments. Where as Pembert, well, he hasn't even attempted a takedown and hasn't had much opportunity to spend a lot of time in the offensive position, John.
No, he's been on his back here, and Pembert's working hard trying to stop what Bobby Soronio is doing. But you can take a look at it. I think when you look at it, probably the punch stats are close as far as how many have been thrown and everything. But all the power goes to Bobby Soronio. He's the one that's landed the big shot.
Well, the numbers do tell the story you're saying, John. 53 of 70 total strikes landed for Soronio, while Pembert 38 of 58.
But a big difference as to the power.
Amen. And ground control to Major Tom. 741 and counting for Soronio. Absolutely 0 for Pembert.
Pembert finding himself in the exact same position up against the cage. At least he's in full guard right now, so we'll see if he can try to lock in some type of submission or anything like that. But Bobby Soronio seems like he's in full control, understanding everything that's going on, and he's just punching away.
Some of the fans in attendance getting restless with the fact that they're here to support Bobby Soronio. He's coming off his knockout win, first knockout of his career. And they were hoping for a repeat performance here. He's got just over 2 minutes to work against the debuting Miguel Pembert, who is 1-1 with 1 knockout win. Coming into this, his Bellator MMA debut. Our final preliminary contest, and now Pembert going for a submission, but Soronio defending well.
It's not there. He has nothing, and he's grabbing a hold of the glove, trying to pull that arm there. Not normally the way you're going to get an armbar.
And he better be careful. Power bomb may be in his future. Talking about Mr. Pembert. Remember someone predicting the Quinton Rampage Jackson powerbomb on Ricardo Arona?
Someone did. Who was it?
I forget his name. Just over a minute and a half left here in this bantamweight bout. And the chants of Bobby begin to ring out here at the Long Beach Arena. Again, coming up at the top of the hour, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 Pacific. Bellator 286, the main card, and man, 4 compelling contests coming your way, culminating with Patricio Pitbull defending the featherweight championship against Adam Borics. A minute left in the fight. Bobby Cerrone under a minute from improving to 3-0, all 3 of his professional fights here in Bellator MMA, just 24 years of age, grinding it out against Pembert, who has been unable to reverse his fortune here tonight thus far. And again, that clock's his biggest enemy. Next to Bobby Cerrone.
I was gonna say, I think Bobby Cerrone is a little bit bigger of an enemy, but nice shot by Bobby Cerrone. Pembert not giving up at all, though. He's still going after him. Not exactly the position you wanted to end up in, but
Bobby Cerrone's wrestling rules the day. Let's get the official decision from Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, will go now to your 3 judges, Jackie Dinkin, Rafael Davis, Elliot Kelly. I'll have it exactly the same, 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Bobby, the Humble Warrior, Cerrone.
The Humble Warrior, Bobby Cerrone, now a perfect 3-0, all 3 of his professional fights coming under the Bellator banner, spoiling the Bellator debut of Miguel Pembert. Let's go back to the fight desk. Here's Amanda.
Muro, thank you. Incredible night so far here at Bellator 286. We do want to remind you we have one more bonus fight right here on Bellator's YouTube page after our main card is done on Showtime. Let's talk about that main card we have coming up tonight, and let's talk about the main event. We have Patricio Pitbull going up against Adam Borics and the featherweight world championship. Patricio Pitbull putting his belt on the line, but Adam Borics, Josh, is a very worthy contender. 18-1 is his professional record. How much of a run is he going to give Patricio tonight?
He's going to give him a tough go from the beginning of the bell to the end of the bell. Where I think we're going to see about Adam Borics is in that 4th and 5th round if this fight gets to that level where Patricio's will tend to shine because of all the experience. But Adam Borics is another level of striker. He's another level on the ground. He is good all the way around. He brings a threat to Patricio that we haven't seen in a long time.
Let's take a look at the rest of the main card we have coming up in just a few minutes on Showtime. There are co-main event AJ Mckee. He is from Long Beach, dreamt of fighting in the Long Beach arena as a child. He's fought all over the world, but tonight it is his homecoming, moving up to the lightweight division. Aaron Pico, if he wins that fight against Jeremy Kennedy, he could very well be facing off between the winner of Patricio Pitbull and Adam Borics. And then Juan Archuleta going up against Enrique Barzola. Josh said, I wish this could be 5 rounds because that will be an all-out war. We will see you in just minutes at 10 Eastern on Showtime.
Let's get it on!
Two of Bellator's biggest stars co-headline the most stacked fight card of the year.
Time to let me off with my leash.
Patricio Pitbull makes his featherweight title defense versus lightning quick Adam Borics.
Push the button.
Plus, AJ Mckee moves to lightweight to face upset-minded Spike Carlisle. It's Pitbull versus Borics and Mckee versus Carlisle. Bellator MMA tonight, live on Showtime.
The Pitbull brothers have no chance against me, and I own the Pitbull brothers.
I'm gonna show you how to respect a guy. You are a champion, everyone is looking to you, and you talk a lot of I'm gonna show you. Step back.
This is gonna be like
Step back.
Step back. People can't stop me. People can't stop me.
Step back.
Get to the fight.
I am one of the best fighters in the world. I am one of the best lightweights in the world. I am a man to be feared. I am a man on a mission.
Name for guys like him in Brazil, Paraíba. Big heads, strong, hard. That is Pitbull.
Ah, não, por mim, pra eu levar a vitória pra casa, eu quebro todos os dias da minha mão, todos os ossos, não tem problema.
Counter left, good raise, it's dropped. That is it. A lightning strike title defense for Michael Chandler. Now he's teeing off. Ace is in big trouble. The ace is in. Patricio Pitbull with the 3rd round TKO.
Everybody knows if you've ever seen one of my fights, that cage door closes, I go to war. I've done that since day one. I will do that until the day that I take my gloves off and I retire right there in the middle of the ring.
Lightweight championship of the world. I want to protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Fight hard, but fight clean. Touch gloves now. Good luck to both of you.
They're naturally heavy-handed. That's the difference in their striking styles.
And a huge right to Chandler, and it's over.
I have the vision of him getting hit and falling, like stiffening up and falling in my head right now, and I hope it burns into my subconscious, that it burns into my brain, because I want to be able to remember that the rest of my life, because it was such an awesome feeling.
That was a technique knockout. Man, that was Patricio and Michael Chandler going at it.
I'm challenging him as a fighter. I told him I want to fight you.
You know, he's got no business sticking his hand in my face telling me he wants to fight me. All I did was do my job. Don't be mad at me, bro.
He talked too much. He's a good fighter. He has good hands. He's dangerous.
It's a dog. It's a pit bull. You feel me? Be a poodle, be a pit bull. Straight dog. I'm telling you right now, he's either gonna tap out or go out. And a lightning strike come from behind win for Patricio Pitbull. He retains the world title just like that.
There's really nothing that you can bring to the cage that your brother didn't already bring. And I broke him. I severely broke him. He is a shell of a man. He's much lesser of a fighter since the time that I broke him and snatched his spirit outside of his body.
He talked about my family. So now it's personal.
Let me tell you something. Adversity makes you a man. Prosperity has made him a ferocious pit bull, but it's his mindset, his ability to stay focused on the confusion, his high fight IQ. That's what makes him a legend.
Hey, Chandler, he ain't gonna you up, motherfucker.
You don't walk through Patricio Pitbull, okay? You have to dot your I's and cross your T's. You have to be extremely ready. Patricio ain't doing this. He ain't doing this. He's sitting around being fat and happy, not having to make weight. Make 155, showing up looking like a little bolo de rolo. And cinnamon roll in Portuguese.
Like you. Everyone is talking about champ, and not think in that. And only think about beating him. It's personal.
Let's keep it clean, boys. Let's keep it clean. Step in. Keep it clean, boys. No touching. No touching. No touching, guys. All right. Here.
What are you talking about?
Come on.
What are you talking about?
Let's go, guys.
What are you talking about? What's she talking about?
Come on. Let's go. Face this way. Face this way, boys.
You little fat boy.
Let's go. Let's go. Big fight. Big fight. Big fight. All right, guys. Good luck.
That's bad blood, hyping the fight up. He says bad blood in between blood. He says there will be blood, and it will be at the expense of Patricio Pitbull tonight. But it's all business for Michael Chandler.
Well, when you look at this as a whole, what does Michael Chandler have to win? His title is the one that's on the line. It's not Patricio's. Patricio is the guy, he's the lighter fighter. Michael Chandler is supposed to win this fight, but that is just easy to say in a lot of watched MMA, right? A couple times.
Whether I've said what I've said about him or not, or he said what he has said about me, the goodness of the human spirit was also shown in that moment. He came over, ticked off, ready to spit, cuss, point, you know, ready to really kind of get after it. And then all of a sudden, you saw it hit him, and he came in like a sportsman.
In that position, you were attacking him. He was face down. He was not responding. And when the referee came in, he had a response of getting up. Do you believe he was out?
Yes, he was sleeping, so I did my job. I'm sorry. But I don't give a f. I am the champ now. You.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Michael Chandler. Mike, let's talk about the shot that puts you down and what you remember as far as the sequence.
Yeah, no, it was overhand right. I saw it, I remember it. This is the sport that we chose, though, man. I've had fights like this where I've won, and people thought it was fast. Now I've had a fight where a lot of people are gonna think this is an early stoppage. But then again, Patricio Pitbull put me down. And I'm not gonna dispute that. We can look at the drawing boards, we can look back at the tape. Either way, we're moving forward.
So I was just trying to like get him to move a little bit with the elbows, little strikes. Let's see here. Trying to get his head in the center. I locked up the body triangle first. Cause originally, like the body triangle I was trying to set up, he had through that elbow, I'm like, fuck that, underhook. I had his legs figured, like spidered, so it had his hips dropped. So the second I got the underhook right here, you know what I mean? And I locked my hands, I already knew that was it. Like my hands were locked, boom. Figure four of the body, so he can't roll. Cinched it up a little bit tighter, his head was trapped. That was it. It was just a nice little crank and squeeze. He felt so brittle there. Like when I just felt so strong when I was extending him, you know what I mean? It was just like a bully move. I don't know, I've been doing that move for a while. I used to do it in wrestling a lot as a kid, and I'd lose wrestling matches because I'd get stuck on my back trying to chin whip kids and just roll them over, and they wouldn't roll, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but when you're young, you could take an ass whooping and something popping, you know what I mean? A week go by and you back to normal. So it took him about a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? He was feeling that a little bit. I kind of want to put you in it, Khalid.
Come on, you want to I'll take it. I'll let him put the senior citizen in, but don't crank it.
No, you already got lower back.
No. It's going to loosen that up. Just don't crank.
All right. So first things first, obvious, you're in the guard. You always want to get your underhook. Boom, they put the head on the side, underhook. From here, a lot of guys are just pulling here. You want to, this arm is leverage. You see when I'm pulling at the elbow, what it's doing versus pulling here? Here, I come here. You get the body triangle. I won't do the body triangle to my pops.
It don't hurt.
All right, so once you get the body triangle right here, right? This arm, you kind of pull the shoulder in. A lot of guys are just coming here and they're squeezing, you know what I mean? You gotta get the leverage of the arm to pull this up here. Right. See, look. This is what's extending his whole neck and his shoulder. So when he does that, that's when you extend it in. And then if you wanna get dirty with it, you do it like a rear naked, and then you push your legs down like that, which is pulling his lower back down, and then you're pulling this up.
Oh.
And you got the Mckee teeth.
Oh, my ears pop.
Something else was about to pop.